Hello, guys. Welcome to another Livestream episode. What episode is this? 35. 35. We're here. As you can see, I have a lot of technical difficulties because someone tried to get this crew together, and it's not easy when you get this crew together in one place. And we're here tonight. I'm going to start with my friend Fabio. What's up, my friend? Welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you for having me. Always love being here, as usual.
It's a company Collectibles.
Hey guys, what's going on? That's it.
That's it.
I can't follow that. How's everyone doing? Great night. Looking forward to it.
We have a new guest today. Probably you've seen his reviews, the third-party reviews. Joao, what's up, my friend? Welcome.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Glad to be here. I've been following your live streams for a while, and nice to be here. Nice panel, nice people.
Let's do this, man. Let's do this. This is the man that doesn't need any introduction. Josh from Comic Concepts.
Thanks for the introduction.
Everyone will get a 50% discount code tonight. So thank you. I'm just kidding.
On easy.
use code poo poo to save 50% off.
Right, for some. And then we have Anthony from SIXTSCALEMAFIA. What's up, my friend?
I can't beat it, man. What's going on, guys, man?
It's the worst Brady Bunch ever.
It's good to be here, man. What are we, like a minute in?
I know, yeah, I know.
Oh,
This
shit.
is it's already
Yeah, it's
already
good, guys.
starting, man. Eris is gonna join us in a few minutes.
Sweet.
As all of us, we're grown-ups, we have jobs, so we're running late. That's normal. So yeah, he will be joining us very, very soon. But before I start, as usual, I have to say hi to the people from the chat. And we have a lot of people already. We have like a 44, 45 people.
Oh, right.
So we have Tukatri in the house, the collector. Who put the music? That's probably Fabio.
That's it. Banning.
The collector number one. Yeah, let's start like kicking out people. The collector number one. We have Proxila in the house. What's up, my friend? We have Jerry Gomez, El Profesoro. Well, who else we have? Jason Kugler, Zeno. What's up, my friend?
Well, Universal Key, what's up?
Eric. We have Metamorphic Custom is here. We have H Green 1313. We have Andrew James in the house. Paystrick, my friend. Thank you so much for the $9.99 donation. He says, "My friends, hope you guys are doing well." Thank you, Paystrick. Yes, we're doing great. Good channel, by the way. So you guys should check him out. He has a really good content out there. Will Foxification in the house. What's up, Will? Thank you for joining us, my friend. Howard Stories, my boy Ray. Ray, if you can join, I'll send you the link.
Ray.
Is Popsick in the house, Louis? And thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And as you can see, we have a full panel because we have a lot to talk today. And we're going to start right away. Right away. We're going to start with this.
Ooh, pancakes.
Okay, so did anyone see this coming? You know who saw
No,
this coming?
dude.
Do you know who saw this coming?
Me.
Dante.
No. Aries was talking about potential clone troopers, and he's been talking about this for a while. And I mean, if you ask me about troopers, it's kind of asking me something in a different language. I have no idea. I haven't seen the show.
What?
But this looks awesome. I'm gonna start with Fabio. Fabio, what do you think, my friend? You saw
when it comes to the head sculpt, it's beautiful. I mean, it's they're the clones, so they all look exactly the same. But I love that stamp on his head. I feel like that's what makes me like it.
I like a good old face tattoo.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. I love it. I love
He
it.
is committed.
Yeah, no, I love the thing. I think that's what makes it different. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be clones, but this is like one. Cody has hair, the other one Rex, and then this one. I love them all.
You love them all. How many are you gonna get?
35.
Are we building right on the bat? Joao, well, I know you collect hot toys, so don't let the third party reviews name fool you. He does third party reviews, very good reviews as well, good content. I put the link in the description below if you want to check him out. But he also does hot toys. What do you think about this clone trooper?
I'm in the same position as you. I never watched the Clone Wars. I own Rex. I bought Rex, still not arrived yet. But this is, if you want to do a trooper army for the Clone Arms, I think it's a good release, and I'm sure for Star Wars fans, it's a very, very nice release. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it because I'm still with the Mandalorian and with the original, the trilogy. I'm keeping with that for now, but maybe because these figures, these ones, I think the output will be very small, will not be a large scale quantity, maybe just one batch. I'm not sure how is the demand for this, at least here in China and Hong Kong, the demand for these clones is not very high. But in the US, of course, US market is high for this. But if you want to catch one of these, I think you should pre-order and not wait for stock.
That's a good advice because Desi, this figure Star Wars in the US is very popular. That's not a secret. That's not a secret to anyone. But man, this Jesse came out good.
It looks really cool, and it's they've got some nice new molded pieces there. It's not just a straight copy of something else. It's sharing some parts, but like that head tattoo is great. The wrist gauntlets, the calf, and the shin guards, that's pretty cool. And then that chest piece, like it's nice. It's really nice. I'm looking forward to this guy. I think I'll pick him up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I saw this, I mean, again, I haven't seen the Clone Wars, but as soon as I saw this head sculpt, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Easy? I mean, the stump in the head, the tired.
It's that's it. A lot of people have been saying this guy got hit by a truck, ran over. You can see the little tire streaks. It's funny how many people say that. But Hot Toys making an ARC Trooper-esque design. People have been waiting for this, man. I love it. I love it all the way. I think this is a bombshell of a figure. People complaining about the price a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit higher than your average trooper because you're expecting a $219, $229 price point. But you have, like Desi said, the new molded pieces. Basically an accessorized armor. So I think, and then on top of that, you're getting a head sculpt. So I think that price point is good. I think it's nice. And I absolutely love it. I think this is going to be one of those figures you hoard, keep sealed, sell it in like the next year or two for $1,000.
Right.
Or
maybe buy two, right? And talking about price, Josh.
Yes.
Tell us about this figure, please.
So, I've actually never seen the Clone Wars.
I'll see you guys.
In fact,
later.
If you guys know, you've talked to me. I don't even know a lot about Star Wars. Like I know Darth Maul, I know General Grievous, but I don't know a lot about these other arcs. I do know from a sales perspective. I looked at this and I was like, "Oh, they made another Commander Cody," and I just looked at this, and I have to say, I think it's a really nice piece for those. I forgot who I'm piggybacking here. The Clone Trooper Army. And I think it's got a really nice design. And I don't recall seeing the visor add-on, which is something I thought was fairly new to Troopers. If someone wants to correct me or tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Rex.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Does Rex have it?
Yeah.
Or is his permanent?
No, you
Rex,
can add it.
it's removable. Yeah, it's removable.
Well, you
Yeah.
saw how good Rex was. I will say though, like I don't know how the Chinese market was for Jesse, but I can tell you it's been an extremely hot drop today. Quite frankly, I'm almost sold out. Just to give you an idea. So it's one of those things I think you should hop on. I think they'll make enough to where it'll release and it'll still be in stock for a minute or two. But I think similar to Captain Rex, I think it's going to sell out and it'll skyrocket in value. That's my opinion, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's not hot in the China market.
That's true. I agree. But before I go to Anthony, I want to welcome our friend Eris from Six Scale Cantina.
What's up, gents?
Get
How you doing,
What's up,
bud?
man?
What's up, Aries?
Yeah, nothing much. Just another day in paradise. A couple of new announcements.
But hold your thought, Eris.
Okay.
Anthony. Jess. I said Jesse.
Yeah, I think we're easy's good.
Jesus pieces. Jesus.
I don't watch Clone Wars either, bro.
Oh, all right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I know.
You
Yeah,
know what
no,
you have
listen.
to do? You know what you have to do? Do a live stream where we all sit here watching the movie.
Oh yeah, the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
my
listen,
God.
like I've been working my way through that thing for like 2 years, bro. I'm like through season 4, and it's been months since I started, continuing to season 5. However, I still buy all this stuff, man. Ever since Mando got me like invigorated with Star Wars, I've been digging these lines. Like I said, I got the other ones, Rex and Cody and the other clones. So I think he looks great. I'm definitely picking him up. I'll just get one, just add him, and then hopefully I'll get through the damn show and make some sense out of this. But I think they look great.
Oh, okay. So, well, now, I know, Aries, we've been talking about this. Well, you've been talking about this in your previous live streams. You talk about potential, new Clone Wars figures. And here we are talking about Clone Wars Gs. What do you think? What was your impression in the morning when you saw this?
Yeah, I spilled some coffee, baby. Let's just be honest. This is the tip of the iceberg. Okay. I've been saying for quite some time that we're going to get bombarded. If you think we have gotten bombarded with releases that have come out early, you haven't seen anything announcement-wise yet. This has nothing to do with The Mandalorian and anything that they teased with the Bad Batch or Mandalorian at Sideshow Con or New York Comic Con. And this is kind of out of left field. And I'm telling you right now, until people stop buying clones and are like, yeah, we don't want these clones, and they are going to make a mint off of all of these clones for sure. So the Clone Wars isn't dead for everybody that's in the chat. I know I get these messages. Aries, I'm so afraid they're just going to stop and do no more Clone Wars releases. And I'm here to tell you that the Hot Toys Wizard has told me that as long as we keep buying Clone Wars figures, they sure as hell are going to be pumping out Clone Wars figures, especially ones where they have the head sculpt of Tamora Morrison. And they can make them all day long. And they've got the Clone Trooper molds now. Forget about it. Don't sweat the 212. Don't sweat the Airborne Trooper. Don't sweat Wolf. Don't sweat Bly. Don't sweat Fox. Don't sweat Gree. They're all coming.
And
They're all coming.
I'm still waiting on Jar Jar. That's all I want.
Well, you might have to wait on that one, but that one's coming
you
too,
and me,
baby.
Josh.
It'll be my first Star Wars Hot Toys. Jar Jar. I want all the Jar Jars.
That one's coming too.
I want a Sith Jar Jar. That theory was sick. And I want a regular Jar Jar.
Oh, damn.
If
Well,
they
you-
could give you a Venomized this and that, they could.
Yeah. They can give me a
give you
Venomized
Jar Jar, baby.
Deadpool or whatever. I want a Sith Lord Jar Jar. That would be one of the coolest concept pieces ever to release.
I'll buy it.
yeah.
I would buy it. I don't
buy it
even
too.
Me too.
collect
Sales,
Star
Howard.
Wars.
Everyone will. But Combat Evolve with the $2 donation. Thank you, Combat Evolve. You guys are killing me. Watch Clone Wars already. Yes, man. I'm sorry. I know.
Clone
I'm
Wars
so-
is almost like I would say it's the heart of Star Wars almost. Besides the movie saga, it's like, I mean, there's so much emotion.
It's just slow and boring.
No, it
Maybe
picks up.
Maybe it picks up because,
Yeah, it
like I
picks
said, I
up.
got
In the
through
beginning,
4
it's
seasons.
slow, but it's just like with anything else. You have to pick up and make a character base and fabricate a story.
It
and
started
whatnot.
to get interesting though. It did. Like there's like I don't think I need to watch every single episode because there was some really good ones in season 3.
But
and there was
when you
some
watch
really good ones in
it,
season 4.
you get down bad when you start like getting emotional and like almost crying on an animated TV series made for children. So I mean,
And then
it's
you
a
get into
mo-
anime.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. It's like therapy. But you know what I did? I literally Googled must-watch episodes. I went through all those and I said, "Oh, this is great." Then I went back and watched the rest of the series, and then realized if I tried to start that way, I would have never gone all the way through. I would have cut
Right.
it off. So, maybe that helps.
Yeah, that's kind of probably why it's been taking me forever to get through it. To be honest, it's not bad. I guess I just got to just barrel through it.
Yeah, and I want to show you guys this because this figure is actually going for $274.99 at comicconcepts.com. So if you guys want to
Josh is
pre-order
giggling.
this, and I have to say this, guys, not for nothing. I mean, Josh is my friend, and I don't get free figures from him yet. I'm trying very hard, desperately
He
to get free
won't.
figures.
He said,
But he just said it. I want. Um, inside joke. Inside joke. But anyway, so 275 right now. I actually did pre-order this because when I get it, I'm going to review it. So hopefully, Josh, you can get it.
Like I said, we
Hopefully.
are. So I mean, we do. Actually, I mean, if we want to segue into that, I mean, you saw the post I made. I think we shipped out about 150 pieces this week. Like
Oh,
just
damn.
150 collectors got 150 different collectibles.
Nice.
Things just kind of arrive out of nowhere with this whole shipping thing. I don't know what the future holds for it, but like, I didn't even know Endgame Hulk was on the way, and he just showed up. And those have been going off the shelves like crazy, actually. Rex is gone. What else? Like PCS Venom came in, Marilyn Monroe Blitzway came in, bunch of different stuff. So, and I think we were one of the first batches for Rex and Hulk. So, I mean, I think they're trying to segue into a way where they're not releasing it in Hong Kong immediately without it already being on the way to the United States. So you're going to start seeing figures release earlier in the United States, which is actually really nice because a lot of those people that either want it day one or are willing to spend the extra money to get it to you a week early or God knows why.
Yeah.
That's going to start phasing out, hopefully.
Price differences are just going to get blown out the water. And
Right.
Yeah. But I want you to hold your thought on that one,
Sorry.
Josh. Because no, it's fine. Because we're gonna talk about this related to Ahsoka, what we've been hearing so far. But I'm gonna start this one with Ares. So we got this one as well announced today.
Vince Vaughn.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, look at that, man. I mean, and look, I think people. I wasn't actually thinking, and this is what I was talking about left field, guys. Right? I mean, I wasn't actually thinking Vaughn. I wasn't thinking that these two were going to come out before some of the other ones. But what it goes to show me is that I think that there's some other clones that are perhaps or arguably a little bit more popular. I really think they're going to milk this to there's no more milk left. Meaning that, first of all, look at all the Sideshow clones that have been out for years and what those figures are fetching and what the demand is. I mean, you get a tremendous amount of bids on there. I'm not talking about you get these clones up on eBay and you get one bid. That's not the case. People want these figures. So we thought we got a lot of OT variations. So, you know, I was surprised that it was these two, but not surprised that they came out with clones, Dante. So my reaction is like, wow, if they came out with these two announcements now, what the heck are they going to come out with between now and the holidays and in the holidays? Because I think we're going to get, not to say it again, but I'm telling you, we're going to get, these aren't the only two announcements out of left field we're going to get. Could it be more clones? Is it possible? Sure, because we're certainly going to get them. But we're going to get some other stuff as well.
Aries, I just want to ask you, these Captain Vaughn and Jess, do they have any special backstory on the show, or they are just normal characters? Is there any?
They're just
special
normal
backstory?
characters, you know.
And
Jess was what? He was buried, right? Yeah, hell, it's been a long time. By Ahsoka, they were killed. Okay. They were killed in some ship and that they blew up in. Right?
I don't remember Vaughn. I remember Jesse. He was in the.
We're all like, we don't want to
Jesse
spoil
was
it for anyone.
Jesse
that hasn't
was.
seen it.
Yeah,
but in the
whatever.
show, each and every single clone you see almost has an independent backstory, whether it be really small or really big. And that's how we love these characters so much, is because of the stories they told or went through. Even if they made a clone 99, I mean, whoever knows that guy, right? I'd be like, I'll take it. I mean, everybody is cool in the Clone Wars, so that's why like everybody's just going head over heels on this thing and just buying in. But I think it's good. I think it's good that they make stuff like this because I feel like they're completing the 501st line. I mean, you have Rex, now you have Vaughn, now you have Jesse. I mean, the boys in blue. It just looks good, and it's not really reissue, reuse, whatever, because they're doing clones. I mean, just like they did Iron Man, they're doing clones. So I mean, I can't go against that. I'm all for it.
Right,
and the outfits are different too. Right. They're designed differently as well.
Right.
Yes, and Cabernet Kid says Hatus has only made characters from season 7 of Clone Wars so far.
I'm pretty sure that just came in season 2, unless it's just like I said. My daughters are really into this stuff because I watch it off on the sideline. But I think actually these characters were in earlier seasons. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's why everyone is telling me to watch season 7 of.
But I could be wrong. Like I said, it's been a long time.
Yes, but right now we have 100 people watching, so please don't forget to like. Liking helps a lot, and don't forget to subscribe to all these gentlemen's channels, Instagram, stores, anything. Just make sure you subscribe. That's all you need to do. Subscribe, click the like button, share, comment.
OnlyFans is in my. You have to go in my description for OnlyFans. Fabio, don't shake your head. You're in it.
All right, Fabio. What are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts about this new release announcement today?
I didn't expect any of this. Like I think who was it? Aries that said none of this was ever previewed anywhere. You know what I mean? We didn't see any sneak peeks or any display
leaks or anything.
You know, so I didn't expect any of this at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, you know, Joao. You know, what I like about this is the fact that they're using the 501st bodies. I mean, you can see because the gap between the joints and the legs, you can see like a small gap. So that means this is gonna have the same body because it has to have. I think that was a great call. But what are your thoughts about this clone figure, Captain Bond?
I mean,
Bond.
It's like Aries was saying. Now they will be milking on this line, and I think it's all right if you are going on the Clone Wars. If you like Clone Wars and you collect these troopers, I think it's fine. But I was surprised as well. I heard that Hot Toys would be announcing figures from the Eternals, but then yesterday when I saw these ones, I said, "Cool. At least it's for me. It's better than Marvel."
I mean, you got your cos babies though.
Toy Story cos babies.
Don't
hey man, those are pretty cool actually. I like.
I'm gonna get into those. I
collect babies. Get out! I have 10 of them.
It rhymes when I say baby, so I might as well get cos babies.
Josh said those are pretty cool. Okay.
They are. I mean, hey, not everyone can afford Hot Toys.
No, but you know what? It's fun that you mentioned that because I actually like those ghost babies. Looks very cool.
I do.
Actually.
Me too.
They're fun. Do you see the Prime 1 Cuties line too? Those are kind of cool.
Yeah, the Prime 1's kicking in too with the cuties.
I like it.
I was like, oh god, Prime 1, please. Whatever.
Oh, it's fun.
So Desi, here we are talking about another clone trooper, which is obviously using the body of the 501st with some small modifications.
He's got one.
Yeah. So
10.
begun the Clone Wars have, if they hadn't already, right? This is Cody's body, right? This or Cody's armor. It's just a repaint. So I probably won't get this one. Not that it's not awesome, but like, how is Hot Toys not going to do this? This is easy. It would be silly not to do it. So this is great. It's great that they're developing the line. Trooper collecting is a really big thing. So you're going to see a lot, right? It's obvious at this point. You're going to see a lot of the different troopers, like Aries was saying. This is cool. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. Easy. Bypass.
I don't see how you guys are. I mean,
okay, thanks.
Like
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Think of it like the Iron Man stuff. I mean, when it's all Iron Man. I mean, some like the Mark 46 and 47, so similar, right? But two different Iron Men. I see it as that. I mean, we didn't call reissue when they did that. We didn't say that. We call reissue when they re-release a Mark I War Machine that looks the same exact. Even the promo pics are almost direct copies of the first release. This is not, to me, it's not. I mean, this is Hot Toys being business smart, and they can reuse, yes. But I think the introduction of new clones and clones like this, I think it's fine. It's on that. Okay, yeah. Just like third party review said, he said it's, if you guys are into it, fine. I mean, but it is an obvious reuse. It is milking of the cow, but I like this cow.
You like this cow? Yeah, I know you do. I
agree. This isn't a reissue. This is a variant. It has a new model number, not a reissue.
Right.
Yeah.
Very clever. And this is the thing that we were talking about before in the Unfiltered shows about what happened with Tony Stark and the decision of them making figures with helmets and the releases that were coming after that, the delays, and then the whole Q4 madness. We were talking about this for months. But before I go with my friends, Josh, we are 111 people watching, and we only have 52 likes. Is it possible that we can get to 100 likes?
Unless we spill our coffees.
We need to spill our
I
coffees.
think it's possible. If we get to 100 likes, Dante will just start taking a piece of clothing off every 10 people after 100.
Oh yeah.
He'll
Yeah,
do
right.
it.
People are gonna like
All the
start
way to
reading right.
And once
right
you hit
now.
200,
Well, it was
he'll
nice
put on
meeting-
a Clone Wars armor suit.
Nice meeting you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fabio's like, I've seen this before. It's all right.
I know where this is going.
Nothing is special. Josh,
Yes.
talk to us. Talk to us.
Talk
about
to
this.
you.
Talk
My
to us.
opinion,
Yes.
I mean-
You said you don't have any Hot Toys, right?
I do. So
You do.
I have the Deadpool version too in a diorama. I have Jack Sparrow, and I have DeLorean and Marty McFly waiting on my Doc Brown movie one.
He just has those Grayley types.
Oh, and my my
donut.
Randy's Donuts Mark IV, Iron Man Mark IV.
Can
I
you
want to
show
see
us?
somebody get
Yes,
hit by that.
Show us.
Yeah,
Show us. Show us your donuts.
he's all the way up there. My Mark IV.
That's
He's
cool.
just chilling in his Randy's Donuts next to the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Damn.
Nothing crazy.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
And then
Donut.
DeLorean's over there with my Pepsi Perfect.
Wow.
You know?
That's
Look at this
awesome.
guy.
Yeah.
And then he has Pika Pika.
I got a lot, dude. I am a collector of many series, which
Yeah.
is why I can't get into Star Wars. Honestly, it's probably safe that I don't, because then I have to get rid of something else. But going to the whole thing about variants and whatnot, you know, I mean, some collectors really like their troopers. I mean, look, the only way I can relate to it, it's like, look at Pokemon, look at Charizard. There are people that collect every freaking version of Charizard. It's the same dang card. It's the same dang Pokemon. It doesn't matter. There are people spending $100,000 to get every variant of Charizard. And I think the Clone Trooper, the Iron Man, it's no exception because people love these characters. Why not? Yeah, look at this fucker. He's got many Charizards. So I mean, I have
Good cry.
Charizards too, and I think it applies to Star Wars. You know, these clone troopers look really good, and they're variant enough to where you can collect an entire line, and it's almost an artistic piece, in my opinion. I think it's a really cool way to celebrate Star Wars, and to have this different line of pretty much. I mean, let's get real. These are designer figures. And it's really cool to have the opportunity to have this art line of clone troopers. And if people are going to complain about like Hot Toys reusing the body or whatever, you know what? You don't have to buy it. But there are plenty of people that really appreciate the opportunity, which I think is cool.
True. Anthony, how many Charizards do you have?
It's 0, dude. I don't even know. Like, hey, listen, maybe because I'm maybe a different gen. I don't know. Like, I grew up playing Magic. The Gathering when that first came out.
Like easy.
So that was my jam. I never got into Pokemon craze. So I don't even know what that is, bro.
Just to prove Josh's point.
Yeah, I mean, there
People
are losers out there.
Cardboard
with
crack.
Charizards.
Oh yeah.
Anthony, please tell me that you don't collect any type of cards or I don't know, like paper clips.
No,
or
not
anything
anymore. No. I got rid of all my Magic cards back in the day, and then it's just comics, bro. That's like
But you know, what's pretty
comics
cool,
and Hot
though?
Toys.
You know, because he's a good friend of mine. He always tried to push me to the dark side. Oh, you should get some Pokemon. No, actually,
Don't get into
you should
Pokemon
get.
right
Hold
now.
on, hold on. He said you should
guys
get
know,
some Dragon
he's
Ball cards.
Dragon Ball cards.
And I'm like, and then he's
Get
like,
some
you should
kiss cards. Come on.
Kiss.
What the heck?
You know,
Just so
you
you
should
guys
get
know,
some.
Easy's very toxic.
Yeah,
He tried it on me too. He tried it on me too.
Yeah.
No.
And then he said, you know what? You should collect some Queen Studios and some statues.
I told Dante, I was
That's
forcing
what he
Dante
said.
to buy that
That's what
Prime
he
1
said.
Joker.
He goes-
I'm
he goes-
telling you.
Easy
He
is
goes,
a bad
"Oh,"
influence,
he goes,
man.
What do you think of this? He's like, what do you think of this? Isn't it cool? Why didn't you get one? I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
The first one's free.
Exactly. Like I have the space to put the statues. I would love to, but look at this.
You
This
have
is
the
all I have.
space. You have to give up something.
Yep, you have the space. You just got to make space.
There's always space for one more, believe me.
Yep.
Those
can-
push
I
30
agree with
troopers, push 10 to the side.
And I agree with Joao what he said. He's always because I tried to put like I got this guy, this short trooper from the Mandalorian,
Beautiful.
and I didn't know where to put it. And I'm looking at like, where should I put this guy? So I put it with my Justice League collection at the bottom. So he's right there, like out of place. But I'll find a house for him. Don't worry, I'll find a house. I'm just gonna like flashing through the comments here, because we have a really good good topics to talk tonight. But we are 100 people. Hit the like button. Let's make it to 100 likes. That will be perfect if we can make it before the 1 hour mark. So I will really appreciate that. But now let's go to some of my friend Joao's territory, because he does third-party reviews, and there was one figure in particular that caught my eye, and I was like, okay, actually it looks pretty good. Maybe I'm wrong, but first impression is actually very positive. So Joao, this guy here, this is a third-party figure,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Talk to us
From
about
Thunder
this.
Toys. I mean, it looks good, but it's like this. They show us a Spider-Man, the Ramsey version, some months ago. It was just released last week, and the quality of it's way far from the promo they showed to us.
Really?
The body they showed before was the Hot Toys body, very similar to the Hot Toys one, but the body that they shipped is a bit different. So when in third parties, I always take these promo shots with a grain of salt, because they always do a custom one, a very good one. They shoot these promo shots, but then when it goes to mass production, normally the quality will
Dante.
degrade a bit.
Remove the guy in the chat.
Sorry?
Mac and cheese.
There's someone making some pretty outlandish comments and pretty offensive shit in the comments.
Yeah, a few.
But I mean,
spammer.
if
Anyway,
We did it, guys. We're big. We got spammers. We did it.
Feel the accomplishment.
I mean,
at least he can do a
Suicide
super
Squad-
chat before he leaves. Come on.
Oh man.
I don't think you'll be able to control this one, but just try
Yeah.
to ignore what you can, guys. There's always
Sorry,
some stupid crap.
sorry guys. You know,
going on.
usually we have these people coming, but you know,
Hey.
they have nothing better to do. So we understand that you're probably in your house sitting and kind of like, you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah, it's all good.
That's right. I got the Hot Toys wizard on these people.
But I mean, Suicide Squad. I don't think Hot Toys will do this one. So that's why the third parties come to play with these side characters. I feel funny that they have the cat there with him. I don't remember the cat in the movie. I really don't. I don't remember if he had any cat in the movie. But yes, I think it's a side character, and I don't believe Hot Toys will do this one. So
Izzy, I'm sorry to
If you-
interrupt. Izzy, I'm gonna give you the lead on this one because I'm gonna do something right now, so you can continue.
okay,
Take the lead.
So And Hot Toys still didn't announce any from Suicide Squad, right? Only
Hot Toys,
Shark.
yeah, Hot Toys only did Shark, and we surprisingly didn't get Harley or any of these guys. So I would assume they pick up.
Where is Harley, right? Where is Harley?
That was a big question mark for me.
They want to release the other ones from the. They have 2 Harleys to release yet, right? From the other movie, from the what's the name?
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey. They have 2 Harleys to release. They will not announce a new one without releasing that ones.
Yeah,
maybe.
What's that other guy's name? They haven't really done anyone, and it's funny that this company would choose Polka Dot Man.
Taskmaster, right? The other one.
Well,
the one that Prime One just announced the statue.
Yeah, that's a 1/3.
Yeah, Hot Toys didn't show that one as well.
Yeah, Hot Toys didn't show anything from that side. Just
so is Hot Toys making anything from this movie at all?
King Shark,
right.
King Shark, but he's a power pose.
Yeah, it's a power pose.
Yeah.
Not an actual figure though.
Yeah, I felt they saw an easy go.
I wonder if they decided based on the sales of King Shark.
Because Suicide Squad never really did well with fans, I guess. I think as far as collecting things and figures like that, I don't know why they wouldn't make Harley though. I guess there's a big lineup of Harleys coming in.
So, yeah, maybe the existing Harleys.
They're probably waiting to move those first.
From the first movie, they released Harley that I think sold pretty well. That the one she has the mouth open. They have two releases, the prison one and that one. I think those 2 sold well. But then you got that shot. I still can find that shot maybe for half of the stock price now. It's everywhere here. You can buy it very cheap.
Now you were saying on the Spider-Man figure, the quality wasn't so close. Now that's expected, being these third-party companies. Is it that bad to the point?
With this one, they photoshopped a lot the promo shots. Ooh. It's really different.
That's so bad.
It's really different.
That's so bad on another level. But is it that bad in comparison to the price? I mean, when you look at the price and you look at the figure, you're like, oh well.
That's a discussion I had yesterday with some people. I paid for the Spider-Man $120. Okay. But I am here. I don't need to pay for shipping. This is the price that comes out from the factory. If you are overseas, maybe you will pay 170, 180. So for me, 120, I'm okay. This is the Spider-Man I got. I'm okay with that. That price, because I think no third party should be higher than 150, 180.
Yeah, that.
And
most you don't have a license. You don't have. What are you doing?
Most of them now are going 230, 240. Toys era, the what they are doing now is 230, 220. I don't think they should be at that price gauge at this moment, because you are entering in Hot Toys price already.
And then at that point, you're not going to spend a figure that you're risking, So
of course.
Yeah, but Toys R Us is coming up though. Toys R Us is doing pretty well. I feel like everything they make is selling out really quickly. So I feel like that's why their prices are going up as much as they are, because they're getting really popular.
Yes, Fabio, but the Dota Man, this one that we saw just now from Thunder Toys, this is Toys Era, but it's other name.
Right.
This
just
is
a cheaper, what, the same company or cheaper, like a cheaper, like
same company.
Look, Fabio, look.
Toys, it's probably the same factory, different name.
Like Toys Era?
Exactly.
They have multiple companies.
Yeah, they just have aliases, bro. They're all the same company.
These companies have multiple factories because of the lawsuits, or not lawsuits, but the cracking down on third party. So when one gets raided and shut down, they have 3 more to continue production under an alias name.
My question was, like, for example, there are companies that have a car company. You have Acura, or you have, Jaguar. Same company makes another car, a cheaper car. So that's what I was asking. Same type of thing.
It's a little different.
Like a Thunder Toys is got to be cheaper than a Toys R Us.
Like a sister company.
It shouldn't
it's
be.
It's not about price point. It's about.
I think he's talking about quality. Like
maintaining
I
a
don't
low
think the
profile.
quality changes.
What they want to do
Right, I
is
thought it was
not
right.
because they are always afraid of copyright strikes, of anything like that, so they just change name. It's easy to change a name. They don't have any. Toys Era, it's not a company. You will not find the office of Toys Era. It's a name. It's just a name.
So
And they
multiple.
can just create as much name as they want. Infamous is Toys Era. Thunder Toys is Toys Era. Present Toys is Toys Era. And these are not huge factories. These are very small factories, where you see the people just painting and assembling clothes on the figures.
I mean, it's
small
not
factories.
bad though.
Like that.
No, but you can understand why it's like why they're cautious, because it's all unlicensed. So
Yeah.
you just throw out different
I mean,
names.
it's a
harder
kind
to
word for
trace and-
illegal.
My point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being kind today.
If you're gonna throw rocks, be prepared to kick rocks. Come on,
My
boys.
point is, when you got a figure like the Arthur Morgan from Lim Toys, that was $170 with 2 head sculpts with a lot of accessories, I can see a good price point there.
Yeah.
But paying $230 for the Ronin, he came with 4 ends and a hammer, nothing more.
And not even that. I remember Lim Toys when it first came out with the Arthur Morgan. It was so sketchy to pre-order because they had issues
Because
upon release.
Rockstar went
Like
after
that.
them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, so that just killed it for me right there. I'm like, I'm not gonna mess with this third party crap because it's such a bummer that you're gonna pre-order something and then you come find out, oh, the figure was canceled. Huh?
For example,
Yeah.
I did my review before yesterday. Lim Toys sent me one for review, but they asked me, do not use our name in the thumbnail or in the title. You can write whatever you want, Arthur Morgan, Red Dead Redemption 2, but don't use our company name. And that's okay. Because
I think your signals.
Yeah, I think it's.
Your
Sorry,
mic.
guys. That took a little bit. So before you guys continue, I just want to apologize to the people in the chat for that spam attack. Somebody didn't have nothing else to do.
I don't know what
So
Dante did, but
spamming?
he's gone.
So I
What'd you do, Dante?
did some magic. behind the
Deleted
scenes.
him.
Yeah, I deleted myself. But sorry, guys. Usually this happens when we have haters. It's gonna happen. So let's continue
It
the show.
happens when you become successful.
Yes.
Okay.
The more
It's a
haters.
good thing.
Yes.
That means free
it's
figures.
the algorithm going after you.
That's right.
Somebody has Cybertron audio.
Yeah, third party reviews.
think
You're
that's Joao.
coming in
Is it
real
me?
staticky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something's happening with the mic there.
I think it's clear now.
Yeah, I think it's clear.
It might
Yeah,
be.
it should be fine.
It's clear.
All right.
It's
Put it
better
away.
now.
Let's continue. Let's continue with the show. But okay, so now I want to talk about a figure that I actually, if you guys saw my What's Next episode 4, I spoke about this about Ahsoka, right? Everyone talking, where's Ahsoka? Where's Ahsoka? What's going on? Ahsoka is done already. It's been done for quite some time, to be honest. But according to some information we received, and shout out to Aris. Aris shared this with me because his source told him that apparently what's going on is that Sideshow is waiting to get, again, this is taken with a grain of salt. This could be could be or could not. So what happened was that Sideshow is waiting for the first wave of figures to arrive to their warehouse, so they can give the green light to Hot Toys to start releasing Ahsoka. So for this one, I'm gonna go to Josh because Josh works in this. He has a store, so he knows what's going on. Have you heard anything about that? Do you think that rumor could be true?
So I have not heard anything official. That is all that information is usually quite tight-lit, secret. You are not supposed to talk about that information. That being said, if it is true, these are the reasons I feel it could be very true, actually, because it's a business. Normally, you don't care who's buying it; you're making money. And I think the problem has
Sideshow
become
ships to you, right?
yes. So I actually work with Sideshow directly. So yes. But I think what's going on at this point is I think the day one pickups have gotten out of hand. And I've been hearing a lot more that a lot of these Hong Kong retailers will like pay people to go to Hot Toys and buy these day ones to flip them for day one extra cash. And the problem with that is you're taking away from collectors that want it in Hong Kong. You're taking away limited stock in Hong Kong from people that already want to buy it and sending it to different countries. And that's an issue because you don't know how to distribute your stock at that point, and you're pissing off a lot of customers that have been loyal to you.
Just to add one thing to that.
Yes.
I have a friend from Hong Kong. When he's in line to pre-order a figure, he told me that only 10% of the people in line are collectors from Hong Kong. 90% are people paid to line up
right
to get for the resellers.
And that's
so
shit.
You can imagine.
That's
confirm that.
That's bad reputation for a company on release, and that doesn't make your store look good. It makes people not want to show up and buy your shit. And I can see that being a huge issue from a business standpoint. You have people in Hong Kong taking Hong Kong stock and selling it to North America in the UK, which fucks the whole thing up. Excuse my language. I don't know if I'm allowed, whatever. But it screws the whole thing up, and it really puts a bad taste in almost all collectors' mouth in some way, a bitter taste. So I could see that being quite beneficial for everyone outside of course, Hong Kong retailers paying people to line up to pick up stuff.
Yeah, and that's a good point, and Eris, I'm going to go to you on this one because, we were talking about this. We speak pretty much all the time with everyone here in the panel. We heard about this rumor, right? That's probably the reason. And based on what we've seen so far, how the releases has been happening, pretty much Hot Toys announces a figure, Sideshow uploads the review, right off the bat. Now, some people don't like it, some people like it. It's fine. Whatever it is, it's fine. We cannot deny that Sideshow is the official, distributor of Hot Toys. So they have all the rights to have the figure before anyone, right?
Sure. Right. Well, I mean, if you want my take on it, we get some inside information, right? A lot of times it's, we share different sources, or you hear this, or you hear that. I think it's, a good story. I take any kind of rumor like that. It's one thing if you hear a rumor, and it's one thing if you hear from the Hot Toys Wizard. Now, the Hot Toys Wizard, you can lock that, baby. That's a Vegas lock. But, this, I could actually see this being something that's happening, and is it possible that the reason we haven't seen Ahsoka officially released yet is because Sideshow and Hot Toys are working together to make sure that they at least get their shipments in, reported in California. And then at that point, they're going to go ahead and do another one of these unboxings or whatever it is that they do. And then, they kind of release this simultaneously with only, a few week difference between a Hong Kong and U.S. release. Now, that would make sense to me. It seems to me, I don't know what you guys think, but Sideshow's making some moves right now. They're doing some things we've never seen them do before. So you have to wonder.
Yeah, they're tired.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? You have to wonder how above and beyond, Fabio, that they're actually doing. I think that they've made some, calls and some decisions. And so I could absolutely see this being the case, that they're maybe waiting for, a figure like Ahsoka to come in. Because here's the thing. Look, I'm just going to echo what Comic Concepts was saying there. For people that collect the Black Series or been collecting for a long time, you feel the pain. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go to the old Toys R Us's that were around. None of those figures are available. They're gone. You got to wait 2-3 months unless you want to go ahead and get a new Black Series figure for $59.99 or $70 on eBay, because the people that got in line and got all these figures first, which is what's happening in Hong Kong, now the regular collectors can't get them, and you got to pay a premium price. So this is something that has been going on for in Star Wars and for a lot of collectibles, here in the U.S. and throughout the world as well. So if something like this happens, where they're trying to ship things out simultaneously, and Ahsoka's been done for a long time, and they're just waiting for it to get it got into the ports. Go ahead and do your unboxing.
What I've heard,
Right.
What I've heard is that Ahsoka is already in Hong Kong. He's already in Hong Kong. Ahsoka is already.
Is that what you're hearing?
That's
what you're hearing? That's already there.
Yes.
Right.
It's already in Hong Kong, just waiting for Sideshow.
So then,
I believe so.
Are they going to do this? I guess the question is, guys.
I mean, I hope
every release going
Makes
forward.
sense.
because you look at some of these hot toys, and I'm not going to name any specific retailers. You guys know, you look for them. But the reality of the situation is, you look at some of these hot toys that are selling at X price. Let's say $250 for the sake of ease. You got to figure that's selling for $250 for retail. Everyone's pre-ordering this a year or two in advance, and all of a sudden it releases. There's a lot of hype. You've got these backups at the ports. It's been in Hong Kong for 4 months. The U.S. still hasn't received it. And all of a sudden, it's $150 on every Hong Kong's website.
Yep.
And the problem with that is not only, you've now satisfied every friggin' country with Hong Kong retailers constantly taking the stock. You now have devalued a product of Hot Toys, making their next product the same prediction, right? Why would that not happen to the next product and the piece after that and the piece after that? And effectively, you are devaluing Hot Toys as a whole, as a company and a product.
Right. I just want to say something, just for the people watching right now. In all fairness, we are also responsible for this, and including myself, because I do buy stuff from resellers, and I do it. I'm not going to lie. It's our fault as well, but it's never too late to say, you know what? Let's not make this mistake again, because in reality, I'm sorry, Anthony, just real quick, because in reality, right, what he said is right. A big difference, a good example is what happened with I'm not gonna mention the name, but you saw what happened with what's the
Thanos
figure?
rescue suit,
Rescue suit, right?
Jet troopers.
I mean,
everything.
It's the people who wants to collect
Star-Lord.
Yeah, all these ridiculously popular pieces.
It's killing the market, and that's what's been seen so far. So for Sideshow to do this move, and again, I don't support them. They can do whatever they want, but we're talking in reality that they are the official licensed distributor, right? So they have all the rights to do whatever they're doing. Some people might like it, some people may not. I do reviews. They do reviews as well, pretty much right away. It's good for them. This is, at the end of the day, and this is, I always make this clear to everyone. This is my hobby. This is not my day job. If they do reviews right away, good for them. Good for them. At the end of the day, it's up to you who you want to watch. It's up to you who you want to follow. And any decision you guys make is fine. There is no right or wrong. That's why this is YouTube. That's why we have audiences. That's why we have followers. Whoever wants to follow us, welcome. Whoever decides to follow someone else, also is fine. There's really no hate in that, right? But I'm gonna go to Anthony because I know he wanted to say something.
Yeah, well, you said it well said. Really, it's like I try to play devil's advocate on this one, and it's like I get where they're coming. And we talked about this a couple months ago, man. I was saying the same thing. It was that Sideshow's working. They're working overtime on this. Whatever back end deals they got going on with Hot Toys. This is like a the gloves are off, kind of, so to speak, I think is what's happening. And you guys got to remember, man, like, and I've done it too, man. I've ordered overseas. But I think it's a half and half situation here, because for one, the Hot Toys community, and never mind, like, I mean, the YouTube side of it is an aspect of it, of course, but Hot Toys in general is a very niche market, right? So there's not like, everybody's not out there buying it. Like, all my friends are like, what the hell are these figures? Like, they don't know what this is. They don't know what Sideshow is. So with that said, it's like all of a sudden, like everybody on the panel has been mentioning, all this hype gets thrown out there, and you've got, like you said, 90% of these people in line are buying stuff, charging the up price, sending them over here, and everybody's buying them. So now Sideshow's kind of pissed about it, right? Because they are the distributor here. So I can understand it through their point of view. But what bothers me most is that you have all the mom and pop stores that deal with Sideshow. That's where they get all the figures from. So now, like, as far as the country's concerned, you know, without getting too dramatic about it, it's just like everybody's having a hard time selling figures, you know. But at the same time, like, we saw what happened with Endgame Cap, right? Like, dude, I waited like 10 months. I know some people still don't have it, right? And it's like now shipping even. So it's like a big cluster. And then the crap they pulled with Grievous. So it's weird, right? You get it. You're like, man, I don't want to wait forever and ever and ever. And I think they understand that. And that's what they're trying to do now. Like you said, Ahsoka's out, right? She's done, but they're waiting. They're going to start. I think this is the next phase is what they're trying to do, honestly. So I can't blame them. And again, it's unfortunate, but that's what it is. The market's so small that, like, they want to be able to keep everything at home. So that's kind of where we're at now. I think this next year is going to be completely different.
Right, and then about the end game cap. But for example, if you are in Europe, my friend just received the best Carmendo last week, so you can see the best Carmendo, the first version. He just received last week. Sideshow in Europe, they really delay a lot. You can see best Carmendo arrive last week.
Right. So that's another thing, right? And before I go to Fabio, so Toybox says, but a distributor doing an unboxing review of a figure, I hope people don't expect honest reviews. And that's a very valid, It's a very
good point.
It's a very good point. You know, because in reality, right? Let's say you know, Josh gives me a figure to review, right? You know, he told me this. If you do a review, tell whatever you feel like it. If you believe it's trash, just say it like it is.
I don't support sellouts. I want honest. I'm in this hobby too. The only way to see growth is through honest reviews.
Exactly.
Positive, critical feedback.
Right. Because it's easy to trash somebody. Is the easiest way is to trash somebody, right? So what you need to do is, in my case, when I do my reviews, I try to be as honest as possible in terms of my score, in terms of what I like. But in all fairness, a Hot Toys figure is a pricey piece, and you know it is a good quality figure. So it's not like you buying trash for $250 unless you're buying Grievous. Not to say that, but you know what I'm saying. So it's really difficult to say, oh, this, for example, this Short Trooper is a 4. I mean, I'll be lying to you guys because this is not a 4 at all. You know, maybe the least is a 8. You know, if you are super overcritical, but a good score to me is an 8.5 to me. You know, and that's you know, and over time I was trying to improve on my scoring, and again, you know, I'm still learning, I'm still improving, so you know, it's gonna happen. But Fabio, you know, Ahsoka is pretty much done based on what we heard in here in the show, and I think at this point we should expect to see her arriving in the US, hopefully.
Wasn't she supposed to be out soon? Some like last week or something?
She was supposed to be out like maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah,
think about.
Yeah, she's been done for a minute, bro. I think that's what this is all about. Like what we're talking about.
Think about what's arrived. Like, look at all the things that arrived all at once. You got Rex, Hulk. Oh my gosh, I gotta go back in the orders. We had like 6 Hot Toys releases come in over the past 2 weeks. I mean, she's probably just on the back end waiting to be undocked.
Yeah, I think so. If you go to Sideshow, actually, and look, I noticed this this morning. And I was going to wait till another time, but I'll bring it up now. But both Maul and Ahsoka are both now November, December, which tells me the word October is out of there. They shifted it. But when they take the time to shift the dates,
by a month.
If it was going to be longer past December, they would have let you know. So it's probably any minute, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's tonight or Sunday night or Monday or Tuesday that Ahsoka and Maul come out, because the way that they shifted those dates they're both say November, December, so I would expect them any minute.
and I think they're gonna come both together for some reason. Jesse, before I go to Easy, I know Easy's waiting patiently right there.
I was just checking my order on Sideshow. I don't know if this is a clue or not, but what you can't do yet, at least I can't, is select double boxing, and it doesn't say a shipping price yet. So if that's a clue, normally when it's imminent, like you can go in and select double box, it'll give you a shipping price. Like I don't have that in my order yet. But anyways, yeah, I'm hoping that this comes out soon. We all are, right? And I think, yeah, I think this has probably been made and it's sitting in Hong Kong for some reason. I agree. I think Sideshow made some moves, reasonable moves, moves they should have made probably a long time ago, in order to start kind of balancing it out a little bit more, not completely, on the release dates. So I'm hoping we keep seeing that.
Right. And before I go to Easy, we have 143 people watching. So please hit the like button. Let's make it to 100. We're only 5 likes away to make it 100 likes. And por favor, don't forget to subscribe to all my friends' channels here. All the links are in the description below. Easy, you have the last word on Ahsoka. Unless did I miss anybody? Besides Easy, I don't think I missed anybody. Easy, last word of Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, okay, cool, bring her out. I'll get her.
Wise words from Easy.
But I mean, this is a character a lot of people must be waiting on, but I'm just like, okay. I don't feel the need for the rush in this one. Figures I do feel the need for rush are clones. Get my clones out, man. And speaking of the clones, Yonai Boki, I hope I'm saying it right. We had a super chat from him while we were getting distracted earlier. It was a $5, I believe, super chat, and he wanted to point out how Captain Vaughn, they used Commander Cody's helmet, but in the actual show, it's not actually Commander Cody's helmet. It's a more simpler design, and they're missing little red accents under his eyes.
Really?
And he was just pointing all that stuff out, which I didn't see that.
If you're still watching, my friend, please send me the comment. I'll put it on the screen. I'm so sorry that I missed your super chat. I saw it. I was looking for it, but for some reason I couldn't go further, I guess because of the great people who did the spamming.
But he was just
put up the
all
whole thing, but put it, please. We'll speak about that in depth. So
we can go if you can find the Clone Wars Captain Vaughn, Dante, and then the picture side by side of the figure.
Of course I can. Please.
Then when you look at it, your eyes would get burnt. It's kind of hard to ignore. But Ahsoka, I'm okay with her being. We know she's on the brink of release, and we have so much figures coming in. Sometimes it's bittersweet to have them delayed and or have them release early. So to me, it's just whenever, however. Whenever.
All right, Shakiro. No, I mean that's the thing is that we spoke about this about the Ahsoka. What's going on, and honestly, it makes sense, right? So now we're probably going to start seeing a pattern of figures releasing. I'm not saying right on the spot, like simultaneously, like Hatos releases and then Sasha starts shipping right that moment, but it's going to be like I think that the time is going to be shrinking. So you don't have to wait 2 months, 3 months anymore. It's probably going to be 1 week, 2 weeks, and then you start seeing your figure coming. Right. And as a collector, I'm more than happy to wait a week or two to get my figure instead of waiting months. Yeah. And what happened with Captain America, what happened with IG-11, people so pissed that they couldn't get the figures, decided to cancel. That was a wake-up call for them as well, for Sideshow. Because, they're losing money, and that's the fact, right? They're losing money. But also, it's a bunch of factors that we need to take into the equation. It's not just the fault of the resellers; it's also fault of the people who buys it, including myself because I buy. And those things that we need to kind of like think about it, right? Like, okay, can you buy one off? Of course you can, right? Should I buy all of them? It's up to you. I cannot tell you if it's right or wrong. Whatever you want to do is fine. Me personally, I'm trying not to do all anymore. I'd rather buy from my local shops to support them. I think is the best thing to do, right? And continue providing the reviews with my honest opinion, and that's what is gonna matter to you. At the end of the day, I'd rather you guys to be comfortable of what you see instead of me saying, "Oh, this is perfect, beautiful, let's get it." When it's trash. But anyway, so
yeah, it's hard though, right? I'll just say real quick, it's sometimes it's hard when you're not looking at it, right? What the hell's that damn phrase, right? If it's happening to you or whatever, but you know what I mean? Like for example, I worked at a comic book store for like 10 years, and I'm thinking that in my head, like we didn't carry Hot Toys or anything like that, it's just comics, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, that, Warhammer, stuff like that. But like, you think about that and you imagine like if that you had that type of demographic and there was some item there that they couldn't sell because it was just getting from everywhere else. So it's like I never I didn't really consider that myself either. And you think about that and you're like, that's pretty much every shop here that goes through Sideshow because they are the distributor. So
I mean, they're the ones they get hit the hardest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, because they're not big stores, right? It takes a lot to get a store up and running. I mean, I know, like we're working at one. It's not like a chain. You guys are like your own shops, so it's not like there's a ton of money there. In that respect.
Right. And we are in the US, so we can talk about this. People in Europe are suffering, people in other parts of the world are suffering because Sideshow is not delivering in the speed that they deserve, right? Because they also are customers. So, we cannot be just selfish and say people in the US. There's also people around the world that buys from Sideshow waiting longer time. So I really hope that all this is a fix and everyone gets their figure faster. But also, I think I don't remember who it was. If you are watching, please, by all means, you chime in on the chat. One person sent me a comment and said that he lives in the UK, and the figure that they got from Sideshow was actually shipped directly from Hong Kong to them. So does that mean that there's a possibility that in the near future, Sideshow is going to say, listen, Hot Toys, since you're here, Europe is here, you send it, it's way faster than me, and they're probably going to get their figures in 4 days, 3 days. It is possible too.
What Sideshow has done, because when I spoke, I remember it was for Commander Cody, what they told me via customer service in the chat was that their orders for the UK go from Hong Kong via container or air freight, I don't know, but they go from Hong Kong to a distribution center, a Sideshow distribution center in the UK, and then they get shipped out from there. They don't go.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. And then they don't go from there to the US back to the UK, right?
But that applies only to UK, right?
I don't know that they just said that about specifically the UK via customer service at one point. So.
Right, and Eris, I'm gonna go with you this one, not to change topics because we need to continue the show. So the Book of Boba Fett. Have you guys seen the trailer?
Of course, 5 times.
How many times exactly? At least, right? At least 5 times. So when I saw the trailer, I probably counted like at least 5 figures that we can see. At least 5.
More Tusken Raiders.
One.
But there is one figure, and I'm gonna have a show tomorrow, guys, in the morning. I'm gonna put the what's next, which I have some information that I wanna put out there. So I'm gonna talk about this briefly here, but then stay tuned for tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So
if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. So we've seen the Book of Boba Fett trailer. Was about time that they release it. I can't wait for the. I was about to say the Book of Mando, the Mandalorian, the Mandalorian season 3, because
Dante, what do you know? What do you know?
But at this one, I'm gonna go to Ares, and let me see if I got the right picture. Ares, Fennec, what's going on with Fennec? What is the Hathaway's wizard telling you?
Oh, well, it's like we predicted. She's going to be out in November, so no change. She's obviously, as I was kind of alerting everybody, going to be a major star in this series from beginning to end. So, no, this Hot Toys box is not going to be labeled Book of Boba Fett. This is going to be a Mandalorian release because this was in the Mandalorian season finale. So don't forget that. And she's a major character. They're going to make multiple versions of this woman for sure, which is a phenomenal character. So you're going to get this out. so that you can complete the throne. And I think it's probably going to be out maybe next week, as early as that. It's going to come out very, very fast. And you're certainly going to get a different version of Fennec from this show. Don't just take what you saw with the teaser trailer and think that's the whole movie. That's it from, episode 1 to the last episode. And there's going to be a whole lot. So you're going to get this one that's going to come out. You're going to get another version of her once the series is over. You're going to get multiple versions of Boba Fett as well.
Maybe they release first Fennec without head sculpt?
No, I don't think you can release her without the head sculpt. I mean, they might. It's possible, my friend. But I don't see any scenario where they don't complete that throne.
So
Go
ahead.
I was going to say, and I, as a collector, don't want a box to complete a set that says Book of Boba Fett, but really, it's the Book of Boba Fett. It's not from The Mandalorian. It's just I have OCD that way. So it's got to be, it's from The Mandalorian. Release the 2 figures that complete the damn set, which is what they're going to do. And then there's going to be different things that go on in the series, and you're going to get multiples of these characters. Way more Fett than her, but you'll get another one of her.
Yeah, and Fabio, you know what? Is it possible, like Eric said, that we're going to see a Fennec announcement, but like this, without a full head sculpt?
I think we talked about this before. I feel like they showed her with the helmet on to give you the full look of what it was on TV. You know what I mean? To give you that same look. But I feel like because she, obviously she's going to be a character without the helmet on the show, she has to be, made with the head. It can't just be helmeted, That's what I think.
So, Joao, what do you hear anything in China or Hong Kong, your friends from Hong Kong, about a potential announcement of Fennec anytime soon?
No, I didn't hear anything. But I believe it will be. I agree with Aries. Will be announced very soon. And this the first pack of Boba Fett, the first one, they need to put it out pretty fast, because with the Book of Boba Fett coming, they will need to announce new ones, and the first pack, the one he has the ropes, really need to be released as soon as possible. They really need to put that out very fast, and then because I'm sure there will be a lot of figures coming, not a lot, but some figures coming from the Book of Boba Fett. The trailer didn't show us much of what we will see. We will not only, I don't believe Tusken Raiders, it was a joke. I don't think they will release again Tusken Raiders, but you got some possibilities for figures there. But they really need to put out first that set, the Boba Fett, the 2-figure set. They will need to put it out as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree. And Jesse, we were talking about the potential of a full head sculpt for Fennec, or like only the eyes. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think if we have the Book of Boba Fett around the corner, is the smart move to release a full figure with a full head sculpt, or do you think they might release a figure with a helmet, and then for the Book of Boba Fett having her, without the head sculpt? I mean, sorry, without the mask.
No, I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll release it with a full head sculpt, whether it's Book of Boba or Mando. And I agree with Aries. I think it's going to be Mando. And it has to be the full head sculpt. If it's not, yes. I'm just going to wait.
I think it'll hurt the sales of the one with the throne if they tried to pull that, Desi. I think it would hurt the sales of the throne one.
Will do.
Absolutely. And looking at this picture on the screen, I really want a 1/6 scale Slave 1. That's probably just me, but hey. Anyways.
So easy, Boba Fett, Fennec. Are we gonna see her with the head sculpt, without the head sculpt, or what are we gonna see?
About her head sculpt. I want the droid guts. I want the robot.
Oh yes, yes,
absolutely.
I think that would be a cool insertion. Wordly said by Hot Toys to do that. I think that would be asking for a bit much, but I think that'll be really cool for them to add on. It's kind of like Cable That figure, like you don't know anything's there until you take off the shirt and you're like, oh my god, he's hot. And yeah, you know, so that's what I would love with Fennec, but they're not going to do that. But like Aries said, they have to do the head sculpt and this masked up portrait. So that'll be crazy if she does release sometime in or get announced sometime in November. But the wizard said so. So
the wizard never fails, man. The wizard never fails. Josh, so I mean, I don't know if you can share this information, but how is the 2-pack, the Boba Fett 2-pack selling? I mean, in general.
Let's find out. Boba.
Oh my god, he's got it right.
One pre-order, Dante and
Keepers
Easy.
Creepers. I wasn't ready for it.
Not great.
Would you look at that? Just look at that.
I'm gonna smack you.
Look at it.
So 2 pre-orders, Easy and me, and
No, actually, I thought I was sold out, but I'm just confirming real quick.
I usually go to Josh and say, Josh, wow, congrats, man! This one sold out. Oh, did it? Yeah.
I don't try to look at that.
He doesn't even know like what's sold out. Or do you have this figure?
It is doing really well. I'm about out actually. Because the exclusive is sold out at Sideshow, and I didn't carry that. And the collector's edition's the only one that's left. Comic Concepts has the cheapest price, I'm pretty sure, in North America. So
shameless plug-in.
If he does, he does.
Little plug-in right there. But I think the reality is once mine's sold out, I'm not going to be able to get any more. The demand's just far too high.
Joy P says sold out at Comic Concepts, he said.
Yeah, there goes your product manager, Joe P, just popped in.
My product manager. Hold on. I'm going to fix that right now then if it says sold out, because I'm seeing I have stock.
Oh, God. Well,
it does not say sold out. You a liar.
Oh, bad product manager. Bad.
So I know. Right? So Anthony, the Book of Boba Fett is coming very soon. Fennec. I mean, what is your heart telling you?
My heart's telling me I think you guys give Hot Toys too much credit. I don't think she's coming with a head sculpt. I mean, personally, I mean you're getting a 2-pack with a throne. Like you already. I mean, not to say like we don't want it, right? But I'm just thinking in their eyes, they're like, look, you're getting 2 figures. You're getting the throne. Okay. She's coming. We all know we're going to have more versions of her. Just like how they did with Mando, we're finally getting the Pedro Pascal head sculpt. I think they're following the same, I wouldn't have thought it if she was released, earlier, but just because they're in this rush now and everything with the timing, I think I don't put it past them at all to have her just come out as is, like they showed her, just like with the eyes. She's got like a half face, helmet, and that's a wrap. And then we're gonna come on with the newer outfits as the Book of Boba Fett comes out. I could be wrong. That's just my thoughts,
So I can see here that says out of stock. Mr. Josh, the Lux edition is out of stock. The collector's edition.
Am I crazy?
Is out of stock. Wait.
I thought we were talking about the throne. That's what I've been looking at this whole time. I'm like, this is so cool.
Yeah. The
2-pack. Yeah, of course I'm sold out.
Yeah,
that's sold out within the first week.
Yeah, this one is a sick.
Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. Wait. I want to add my 2 cents without it being a sales plug, because I believe I have it figured out. So, and I do mean this seriously. So what's going to happen with Fennec is we're going to see an initial release with a head sculpt and without. I think people would be pretty pissed if they got a figure without a head sculpt.
Yeah.
To be quite frank, and they don't want to piss off the community. And what's going to happen is they're going to go down the line of the characters in the Book of Boba Fett. And if Fennec's outfit changes, then there will be another Fennec in the Book of Boba Fett as a variation, either as a Hot Toys exclusive summer event, whatever. And I think we're going to get another variant of Boba Fett right at the end of all of that. So I think they're going to come out with figures, kind of. They don't want to dilute the market too much. I think that's very dangerous to try to release 2 different Fennec's around the same time or even in the same year. I think we're going to get the Fennec everyone wants, and then there's going to be some crazy change in the Book of Boba Fett, and everyone's going to be like, oh, shit, I need that too. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to have a variant.
Variants sell.
I agree.
Variants always sell.
I agree.
It's art.
So you agree, Aries?
Yeah, no, that's a good analogy.
For sure, they cannot. I'm sorry, they cannot afford to screw to screw this up again. They can't.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aries.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good analogy. I think you are going to get another Fennec. I mean, unless for some reason they don't change her outfit at all on any of the episodes that are coming out in the Book of Boba Fett. I don't see that. I think there's going to be at least one where Fennec does have a different outfit on. And then you have to wonder, are we going to get Boba Fett in some other type of armor? Whether it's to go, undercover or something like that, or just something where, he's taking that armor off. Is he going to, I don't know, repaint it in some way? What?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. So I think you're going to get that as well. So, yeah, I mean, but I think Josh hits a good point. You're going to certainly get another Boba, maybe 2. You're going to get another Fennec, probably a con exclusive, something like that, if for outfits changes, which it will. But I think the thing that we have to realize, I think we're going to get a lot of other characters.
Correct.
You're going to get Bosk now, baby. Okay? You're going to get so many of the different bounty hunters and characters that are going to show up. You just put it on the screen. And I think that's what you're going to get a lot of fast. You might get Dengar. You're probably going to get an IG-88, perhaps. You're going to get Bosk. My goodness gracious. Who knows what else? But I'm really, really excited. Yeah, I think those are the releases you're going to get really fast. Probably after the series. But there might be some that they might put in while the series that they might announce, like something like a Bosk, while the series is going on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stay with you, Aries, before going to Fabio. So you see what I put on the screen, the bounty hunters. I mean, if they're gonna do the Book of Boba Fett without the bounty hunters, we're crazy here.
Yeah, well, you're probably going to get Cad Bane showed up in the Bad Batch. It goes with the whole vibe of the whole Western feel, which The Mandalorian is built out of, and it certainly looks like the Book of Boba Fett has that same Western feel to it. Favreau is going to put Cad Bane in there. You're probably going to get Cobb Vanth. Is it possible? With all those, soldiers with the red shields go around Boba Fett, that it's actually Cobb Vanth that saves them or something like that, or somebody helps, to get them out of there. So I think you're going to get, maybe Timothy Oliphant in this. You're going to get Cad Bane. You're going to get these bounty hunters. You're probably going to get something like, this could be a great way to, put in characters like a Sabrine Wren or something like that. I don't know. But I think you're going to get a lot of bounty hunters for sure. Yeah, and I think Cad Bane's a lock. Honestly.
I was going to say, I feel like if they, with the show coming and all, I feel like just out of respect, they have to pay the respect to these guys as well. So I feel like at some point they should come out on the show. And if they do come out on the show, we're getting the figures 100%.
Yes.
Dante, it's important to note, the chat just brought up something. We have passed 110 likes. Which article of clothing is being removed?
Good night.
That's all you gotta say.
I can smell a herbal essence.
Oh God!
you might be looking at, you got Zukas for Alam, whatever there. You also could be looking at, don't rule out some 2-packs, fellas. Don't rule out some 2-packs of bounty hunters. We talk about 2-packs of clones. That might be possible. We've already had multiple 2-packs of stormtroopers and stuff like that. I can see that with some of these. Not every one of these have to be an individual release. So that's going to be real interesting to see if they try and pull something like that. But I agree with Fabio. You're going to get all of these from The Empire Strikes Back, if they pay homage to them, which I think they will, they'll all come out.
Yeah, and Joe, I meant to ask you this question. Is there any third-party figures that have any of these characters? I'm sorry, my ignorance. Maybe they are, but I don't know.
No.
No,
Third-party
really?
companies
Third-party.
never touch Star Wars. They don't dare to.
Dangerous.
They don't dare to.
They dare to touch
It's not
Marvel,
only
but they won't
dangerous-
touch Star Wars.
It's not only dangerous, but I don't think it's difficult figures to do. First, because you need a lot of materials. It's not a simple figures to do, and I think the third parties, they also care a lot about the Chinese market. And in Chinese market, Star Wars only now with the Mandalorian is starting to grow up. You can see now in China, I'm not talking about Hong Kong, but in China, IG-11, it's very expensive.
Oh, really?
Very, very
Oh, wow.
expensive to get IG-11 in China. The heavy armor, it's very expensive. But then you got Baskin Leia that you can buy for less than $130.
Really?
Can you send me 4?
I just need one.
Hey, can you buy me one?
Send me-
Now they're gonna start
And
reaching out to
basically-
you, man. Don't give it ideas.
But other ones from the Mandalorian, it's everything priced very, very high.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
you know that in China, the original series, the people that saw were not much. Only the Mandalorian start with the people now watching, taking more care about Star Wars. So the older figures not. But I'm seeing Hot Toys. If Hot Toys really does these bounty hunters, I think I'm all over it because I really love these characters. And I remember that last week, Hot Toys never did anything from the Jedi Council. It's all from Sideshow.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And
That's a good point.
I don't know why they never touched those figures. Because
Is it possible, baby? Yeah.
I'm gonna say
they could
yes.
have done very good figures with that.
I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna do it, bro. I think they're gonna definitely. You're gonna
That'll be
see.
sick.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
I will be sick. So Jesse, you see these guys here line up nicely for you. Which one do you think we're gonna? Because I mean, right now I'm thinking they have to, if they're gonna do the Book of Boba Fett, they have to include at least a couple of these guys.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is gonna be in the Book of Boba Fett and this from this picture?
I would think Bosk, and then I mean I won't. I'm not gonna say IG-88 because IG-11, whatever. That's close enough. But Bosk and maybe Dengar, off the top of my head, if I can pick only two, and those two are the ones I would want Hot Toys of too. So maybe I'm being a little biased there, but yeah. I'm hoping for that, especially looking at Dengar. I mean, they've already got that chest piece, right? That looks like the chest piece from the Mud Trooper or the
transport trooper, right?
Transport Trooper,
Right? It
yeah.
looks very similar, right?
Yeah, so they've got some components there that they could use. But yeah, I'm hoping for those two guys. And
Oh,
we're definitely going to see bounty hunters on the show, right? Like Aries was saying, it's a Western. So
It's a Western, yeah. And we have 128 people watching. Come on, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to all my friends' channels here. And please, no more spammers. Is it Company Collectibles?
Hello.
Hunters.
Bounty hunters. I think I'm on the same page as Desi. Like he said about the hints of armor, just like Bosk. I sense that because didn't he fought like their species in season 1? I'm pretty sure in one of his episodes he got ambushed in the caverns, whatever it was, by his species. So he's already existing. His peeps is already out there. That's why I see him likely. I mean, they rendered him those kind of whatever he is really well. And Dengar, I think it'll be a very interesting character to bring into the series. So I'm right behind Desi on this one.
Josh, bounty hunters in your collection or no?
I'm staying out of this one.
Really? None of them? Because you're like none of them?
No, it's not that I don't like them. I don't know them, Like as I said, I don't know too much about Star Wars, and I'm not going to pretend like I do when we have experts sitting here.
Right? Oh yeah, I saw the episode here on the whatever. I'm like, yeah, people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm. You know what? That's true because I'm a Star Wars fan, but I don't know like every single little thing of the. I mean, I haven't seen the Clone Wars. If you ask me for specific names of weapons, I mean, people know their shit. They know the
Yeah.
weapons. They know the models. Oh, this one here is an R50, and the other one is an R29. The other one, I'm like, wow, like, damn, good
And
for
I
them.
absolutely
I'm like,
respect that. I mean, I'm not going to
respect
pretend.
100%. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you ask me about anime, I'll stomp all of you. Let's go.
Pika.
Pika,
But
pika.
hold your thought on the anime thing, Mr. Anthony. Body hunters.
Yeah, dude. Like this, and that's the thing. Like I don't know all of them. I mean, they were briefly in, Empire and what have you. Like, but I do think Boss is going to be around for sure. And again, IG88. That's going to be an easy thing. They already, they can already. You know what I'm saying? So it's the thing though. It still brings back to the OT. So if they do come out, and again, we don't know a whole lot about them anyway. So if they are bringing them in, hopefully obviously we're going to see some things about it, maybe a little bit of story about them or some type of character, just something new that can be like, oh, dude, that's badass. You know what I mean? Versus just some background people from, like the OT. So if they brought out all of them, yeah, dude, I'd get all of them for sure. But, I'm all about Star Wars. So it's like, of course I'd get them. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, and I think Ray from Howard Stories, another great dude. So make sure you check him out as well. He also sells Hot Toys figures. Says rumor Mace Windu in the 9th episode of the Book of Boba Fett.
Can't go an episode without talking about Mace.
Yeah, we have to talk about Mace because you know what? This is the fun part of this conversation, right? Eris?
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Mace,
actually,
yes, go ahead.
Mace Windu was done by a third-party company.
He was. Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
It was
Yes,
pretty
Mace
good
Windu
too. I
was-
remember.
Yeah, not bad.
It was okay.
It was okay.
But Eris, if
Yeah.
Ray's rumor is correct,
Who
hopefully,
gets a kiss?
Mace Windu. What do you think? What are the chances?
I don't know. I think Ray talks to the Hot Toys wizard sometimes as well. He might have a direct line as well. Who knows? Come on. I mean, yeah, yes, for sure. I mean, like I said, Sam Jackson already, kind of messed up on a tweet. There's some things that are going on. Even if he didn't show up, but I absolutely believe he will. Whether it's in the ending scene, you see a purple lightsaber, whether it's in the after credits. There's so much that ties into Jango Fett, which they're going to bring up. I mean, goodness gracious, Boba Fett brought up his dad how many times in The Mandalorian? This armor belongs to me. It was my father Jango's, and he kept bringing it up and up and up. You're going to have some tie-backs into this. They have to tie Grogu in. There's no better way to tie Grogu in when they conveniently let it be known that he was in the temple before Anakin went in there. When Order 66 was come on. So they had to find someone had to get him out of there. Who better than to get him out than Mace Windu, who flew out the window right before Sidious, kind of ordained Anakin, you're now Darth Vader henceforth. You shall be known as Darth Vader. Now go kill everybody. Well, before that, Mace Windu probably got the real chosen one out. This is my theory. Who knows? But in any way, he also killed Jango Fett. He took off his head in Attack of the Clones. There's no better way if you're looking to bring in some angst and some interesting background story and some interesting, psychological psych into this series, into the Book of Boba Fett and get into Boba's head. No better character than this to probably get into his head.
Yeah, it's
However,
ultimate beef.
We got Lando last. How many of you were expecting Lando Calrissian last year? when it came out. No one was. I predict the same thing with this figure because you brought it up before. Someone brought it up here before about where's the Jedi Council. So I think that I'd love to see Ki-Adi-Mundi. I'd love to see a lot of these
other attack on the Wookiees.
Yeah. I mean, come on. So I think that this would be a great way to start it off. So I think this figure's coming. And I think he's in the Book of Boba.
Easy Company Collectibles, you're next. What are the chances that we're gonna see Mace Windu? And it makes sense based on the story that happened with Django and Mace Windu. It will make sense.
It make total sense. And somebody said it earlier, Dave Filoni, and they're full of surprises. And it would be a surprise, but it wouldn't be a surprise coming from them. This is, like I was saying, it's ultimate beef. I mean, Boba Fett in the Clone Wars spent his lifespan hunting Mace Windu, just trying to kill him, and Mace Windu just flicked him off like a
fly.
Like a fly. You just, what are you doing? Just let me kill other people. Stop annoying me. And I think it would be pretty cool. But will we see him early in the show? Probably not. Probably some hunting, like, who is he looking for? What is he doing? And then we see a purple lightsaber ignite, and then we our coffees get spilled, our spots on the wall, dripping just everywhere.
The Jawa juice is all over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be the good part of what we want, right? It could go a completely opposite direction. We still be happy and never see Mace Windu.
I know, but let me acknowledge my friend, brother Cassius J. What's up, my friend? Thank you for the $5. I'm gonna send you the link to join. So if you can join, perfect. Who's next, Fabio? Windu.
Yes, we need him. We need him 100%.
Okay, thanks. Do you think okay, let me ask you this question. Do you think Hato should do the prequels Windu and also for the Book of Boba Fett or the Mandalorian, whatever he's in? Do you think they should do both?
Should they? Of course. I mean, if they're going to change, obviously how he looks now, then we should definitely get at least an original. And then if they decide to make the new one, then fine. But at least definitely an original to begin with.
So, Joe, you mentioned about the third party Windu that I think somebody mentioned in the chat is going for $500. Is that true?
I can't find it.
It goes
anywhere.
for
it's
here
sold
in the
out
US.
long
It goes
it's
for
sold out.
$700.
Oh, wow.
I had it before. The head sculpt was okay, but the body and the robe was not as good. But I keep wondering why Hot Toys never released Mace Windu before. They did Yoda, they did Qui-Gon Jinn, they did all. Why they didn't? Was not a license problem because they had the
Nick
license
Fury.
from the Avengers, from Nick Fury.
Well,
they had the head sculpts.
Licensing also
everything.
comes from. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Okay, from Star Wars itself, right?
No,
Attached to the movie.
it also you have to get permission from the actor, and it's very possible he doesn't want a figure of himself.
You know
But
what?
he
You know
does
what?
have
I
the
know,
one
I
from
know.
Nick
I
Fury.
mean, it's possible.
I'd
Hey,
throw a
Mr.
scooter at his
Jackson,
knees.
did you want a Mace? Do you want a Mace Windu figure? Of
No.
course, motherfucker. Desi. Oh, well,
this
I'm
is
sorry, Desi. Joe, I think, did you finish? Please make your point. I'm sorry.
No. My point was that they didn't do the first one. Will they do now? Because until now we can only speculate that he will appear in the Book of Boba Fett. We are not sure. We don't know. Maybe we are expecting him to come, and then there's nothing. But Hot Toys, I think the time to release Mace Windu from the prequel, it's already passed. I don't think they will touch that one. I don't think so. but
Yeah,
I may be wrong.
and one thing for sure, Desi, is that when the Book of Boba Fett is finally premiering, everyone is gonna stay tuned for the every single episode to see where's Mace Windu, where's Mace Windu.
Completely.
I know I am.
Completely.
This is one of those. I have to agree. This is one of those figures. It's how did you not release him for episode 2? Like, I understand why we don't have Kit Fisto. I get it. I'd like a Kit Fisto, but I get why we don't have one. But Mace Windu from episode 2, like, come on, guys.
It's a no-brainer. It's a
You
no-brainer,
know,
right?
so I'm hoping we get at least a version of him if he debuts again in the Book of Boba. I'm hoping for that. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Judge, you want to make a
Just
comment?
a question.
Go
Where
ahead.
does this image come from? This one on the screen.
This one here is funny because this is somebody did it. Let me just put it this way. Some artist did it. This guy, Spore, whatever. Somebody did this. But it looks really good, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's countless renditions of Mace Windu as a scarred up, battle worn, survive the fall type. Even I know Star Wars Theory, if anybody knows him, he's making a series or he's made a series, and I think
Yeah, I watched that a few months back. It was dope.
Mace Windu pops in there for a second, destroys like clone troopers, and that's really cool.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, he does a very good show. So I saw the one with Darth Vader and Palpatine like fighting. It's pretty sick. That was pretty sick. Yeah, Josh, you want to make a comment on this too?
Yeah, I mean, I think if they're going to release anything, if he shows up in the Book of Boba Fett, that's the figure we're going to get. The thing with having an Episode 2 figure, I don't think it's out of the question. It's possible they just had too many. And again, I'm just coming up with theoretics, like whether it sounds right or not, fine. But maybe they had too many Star Wars releases. Maybe they have a certain amount they're allowed to do that year, and Mace Windu didn't make the cut. I mean, I'm still shocked that they don't have a vehicle line for Star Wars. I mean, that would do absolutely insane having like a 1/12 line of every Star Wars vehicle, and yet here we are without a single Star Wars vehicle. Outside, let me rephrase, outside of like the speeder bike and all that. I'm talking about the stompy stomp guys, you know.
You want a 1/12 scale Venator? I'm sorry. The Death Star is way too big.
That's called a house.
Yeah, yeah. Anthony,
There's
go ahead.
things smaller than the Death Star. I've seen it once.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Bad joke.
All right, Anthony, what are your thoughts about Mace Windu and the rumor of him possibly showing in episode 9 of the Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we kind of we talked about it briefly, man. I thought it would be really cool if he was in there and Maul was in there and there was a crazy fight between I mean, I don't know, who knows, right? We're all just speculating, but I mean, if anything, yeah, he has ties. You know, he has ties to Boba. So I think he's there. Like I said, he was tweeting some stuff. They were like, "Hey, yo, chill out with that, blah blah blah." You know, he's always wanted to like come back. I get it. I mean, you know, Mace Windu's bad, dude. Like, I mean, if he's there, that's the figure. Like the panel was saying, that's the figure. Whatever he comes back, if he comes back, that's the figure we're gonna get. And I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility that they'll backtrack and give us like, you know, a prequel version of him as well. Like, you know, like we were saying, there's just so much Star Wars stuff coming, you know, that they're banging out right now, that they're, you know, they dip back, you know, into history here and there, and they just kind of slowly, you know, I mean, shoot, we just got Qui-Gon not that long ago. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, there's definitely a possibility that we'll see, regardless of whether or not he's in any shows moving forward, and that was the last we saw of Windu. I still think we're gonna get a prequel Windu at some point.
Man,
Right.
who said the Blurg is a vehicle? Dang, got it. Who said that?
Someone said the Blurg's a vehicle.
Derek is Maximus.
The
Technically a
Blurg
vehicle.
is,
Everyone shame
vehicle
Derek is
technically.
Maximus.
It's like a Dino Rider, you know. It's like a vehicle, you know.
So okay, so now you know, moving on for the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, we can wait. I think we're gonna see Mace Windu. I really hope they do the prequels Windu, because that's gonna be pretty cool. If you wanna, you know, display it with your Qui-Gon Jinn or your Yoda or Obi-Wan. But there's one figure, and I'm gonna go this one with my friend Ares. I spoke about this many shows ago that we should see the Transport Trooper coming earlier, just because the number of pre-orders are low. This is what we were told, and I have a feeling that we're gonna see this guy in this particular version coming.
For sure.
You know, what do you think,
I
Aris?
think that Bill Burr was. I love the bully episode. That's what I call it from from season 1. I love it when he came back and then they let him walk free at the end of episode 7 in season 2. He's been in 2 seasons. He's a fan favorite. They already have, like you said, this body, and all they're going to need is a head sculpt. And I'm sure Bill Burr would be tickled pink to have a hot toy with his likeness. So I think that would be relatively easy. And quite honest with you, I mean, this makes sense to me for Hot Toys from a business perspective, because you probably sell more of those tank troopers. Just with this, you could go ahead and take the forthcoming Pedro Pascal head sculpt, probably pop it on a couple of extra of these. But, they already came out with Quill, and a lot of people thought they weren't going to come out with Quill. With the Nick Nolte, who played that his likeness, because that was passe. That was from season 1. This is a character that didn't get killed off, and is probably going to be in subsequent seasons for sure, the way that they had him, exit in episode 7. So, figures coming out of left field, Carl Weathers, Grief Karga, for sure. You're going to see that. This for sure. I don't think that we're just limited to, obviously, what they showed at Sideshow Con and what they showed at New York Comic Con, which was a good plethora of figures. But they just came out with Vaughn and Jesse today, and those weren't shown. And obviously, they didn't just whip them up in one day. So I think you got a figure like this, Grief Karga, for sure. So I think that this is coming. When it will come, I don't know. Would I be surprised if this came out of left field this year? Yes. Do I think it's possible that it can come out? I do. I really do.
What do you think, Joao? Do you think this one might come might be announced before the end of the year? You're on mute. You put your mic on mute.
I think so. And I'm not sure before the end of the year. Normally my predictions are totally off. So I will just say that most probably we will see this figure. And there is also, because there's still a lot of possibilities from Mandalorian, from figures that we can see from the first and second season. And actually, there was a figure that I was hoping Hot Toys would release. Well, I'm not remembering the name, but was the general that gave Mando the guild to go to search for
Moff Gideon?
No,
not Moff Gideon.
Older guy,
you mean
forgot his name.
Bosch.
It's the one that. I can't remember
the guy who
name.
plays
the
guy who plays
it's the one
Bosch.
that-
What's his name?
that gave Mandalorian the job to go after.
I want to see the baby.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, no, not
Exactly.
Bosch,
Exactly.
not
That
him,
guy.
but the
Oh.
older guy.
Yeah,
you remember?
the
You know,
doctor,
the older
or
one.
whoever. Yeah,
Yeah.
The
I know
older
what
one.
you're talking
Okay.
about.
the older
Yes.
Imperial guy who initially was like, I have a contract for you. The older guy. Famous actor. I
Yeah.
forgot his name.
I would love to
That-
get
that
that figure. Actually, yeah.
Yes,
George
me
Clooney.
too.
You
me
know,
too.
and
I
let me
really
tell you
would like to
something.
have that figure.
I think we have the actor, in the stream.
Hey,
Oh.
So,
We're a full house. We're gonna need a bigger screen for this.
I know.
Everyone's gonna be like so like.
And yeah, we're deep tonight, guys.
Oh man.
We are deep.
Yeah,
How's
man.
everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Everybody looking
doing
good?
great, man.
Yeah.
Good. How are you, man?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. Doing
How are
good.
you?
Doing good.
Yeah, we know we're doing excellent. Dealing with some spammers situation here. but we survived. We survived. Everyone chimed in, and everyone was like very alert. So thank you guys for keeping an eye on the chat as well. But Anthony, you made your point about this guy. You finished with your point, or you want to expand a little bit? Or
I didn't even have a point on Bill Burr.
Are you done yet?
No, I don't. No, whatever. No, I will say though, we talked about this before, man. Bill Burr is the shit. I've loved Bill Burr for like over 10, 15 years, man. And I was so stoked that he was in Star Wars, but I don't think. I know it's against the grain, like everybody's thinking. I don't think he's gonna come like this as a transport trooper knockoff. No. I think they may give him his first season. He's just kind of maybe like some kind of civilian attire, and then we have a Pedro Pascal sculpt coming with the next Mando, and then that's gonna push sales, I think, on these transport troopers. I don't know, but I think he's coming for sure. I just don't think he's gonna. I don't know, like why would they? It'd be weird because they're already releasing this figure minus the head sculpt, so I think they just make him a whole different outfit, and then you can. Maybe mix match or something. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Josh, what do you think? What are the likelihood of seeing this character coming?
100%. I think they're gonna absolutely. I think there was a planned release the way it was. I think the transport trooper was supposed to be just trooper line of the Mandalorian, and I think they're gonna release him. His character's name's Miggs, right? They're gonna release him in his merc suit with the robot arm. I guarantee it's gonna be die cast. It's gonna be flipping awesome, and it's gonna be around $300. Guaranteed.
He had that, that the guns come out and everything.
Yeah,
that's too good of an opportunity than just to do this
absolutely, absolutely, because he's also not gone from the show.
Right.
So
that's true.
I mean, they are definitely going to have a Bill Burr Hot Toys.
Desi?
I sure hope so. I've said it before. He's one of my favorite comedians, and he was in that episode of the Mando in season 2. That is my favorite episode of the entire series, both season 1 and 2. So I would like him like this, but that would be great if we get him from his season 1 appearance too, because obviously you can just switch the head sculpt. So looking forward to this. Dante, I also wanted to mention, I think we missed a super chat. Someone was mentioning something about Vaughn, the clone trooper, how the paint apps on his face aren't correct. I'm sure Hot Toys will fix it, but just wanted to mention that.
Sorry, guys. I guess I'm managing horribly the chat today.
It's not your fault, especially today.
For some reason, I lost a lot of things that I wanted to mention. So
yeah, that happened during the old thing. He was just trying to get them to bond because it is a big deal about that helmet. But I mean, hopefully Hot Toys with a prototype fixing.
I'm sorry, guys. If I missed a super chat, I didn't put it on the screen. Please send me a comment. Tell me I did the super chat. Then I just flash it again. Fabio, what are the chances that we're gonna see this guy?
1,000,000%.
Damn. So you're not 100. So you're not that sure, huh?
No. I think he'll come. I feel like he should. And it's gonna be an amazing figure.
Yeah, I think so too. And Jay, what are your thoughts? We're thinking that this guy is gonna be happening before the end of the year. Do you think that's gonna? Are we pushing it too much?
Man, we're never gonna see this guy. What are you guys talking about? No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know about the end of the year, but I see definitely soon, very soon. Because like you guys were saying, like they already have the base of the figure. They already have the body of the figure. It just makes sense to give a Bill Burr head sculpt and just get it out there. I mean, they already have a Black Series figure. We already know he's done scanning for these figures. It's the natural progression. We're definitely gonna get it. When? I mean, they surprised me with Vaughn and Jesse today. So I knew that was coming, but didn't know it would be this soon. So yeah, probably most likely I would say towards the end of the year or most likely beginning of next year.
Oh wow. But then I want to show you guys something else as well. Let me see if I can put it on the screen.
While you're doing that, I wanted to add on to that. I think with how they're gonna play their card is they're going to release this Bill Burr figure near the release of the transport trooper so that it will also drive sales of any excess stock they have of the transport trooper. Now that not to shit on it or anything, but it's kind of like it's not dead stock, but it's not exactly hot right now. Nobody's
Right.
thinking about the transport trooper right now from a purchase standpoint. But when you have a Bill Burr figure announced with a head sculpt, that's when it's going to drive sales again on the same figure they already had hype for a year ago. And if Hot Toys is full of business geniuses, like I would assume they are, that would be a really good profitable move for them.
You know, and
Go ahead.
oh, and just real quick, Dante, on top of what Josh said there, that's my same opinion with Mace Windu when Jango
Exactly.
Fett comes out. Because Django's going to be coming out here very, very shortly. And you know if they come out with a Mace from the prequels, it's going to jack up the Django sales. Not that that needs help, because I can't wait for that figure, but they kind of go hand in hand.
They do.
Yeah, Josh is a smart guy. Easy.
Oh,
What about this guy?
who's that guy?
Sad
Hey, look at
face.
him. He looks sad.
Do you think we're gonna see him with the transport trooper outfit?
I mean, it's so funny when we talk about, like, do you think we're going to see him? Because every single creature or even vehicle or even person we see in Star Wars is possible from Hot Toys. It's just, it proves it so much more when you add in the possibility of Hot Toys. You know, you can milk this, and the Hot Toys is like, huh? As soon as you give that thought, like, you can milk this figure, man. I mean, it's probably going to be made. I mean, you got one to your left right there, Dante. I mean, I mean, you see it. That's living proof that Hot Toys does it. If not soon, it will come in time. And like they were all talking, Bill Burr, who doesn't like that guy? You know, everybody loves that guy. So that's going to be coming. Probably not soon. I wouldn't say. I don't think it's going to be soon. I think it's going to be more ongoing when Mandalorian starts to pop off again. And who, as for Mando or Din Djarin, I think same deal, same time frame. They're both going to pop off. Just like Squad Leader.
And I meant to put this picture, actually.
Just like the Squad Leader, Short Trooper, and the Short Trooper from Mando, they popped off same time. Vaughn and Jesse popped off same time.
Yep.
Both figures with the similarities popping off at the same time. I like these duos that they're doing. And like Aries and we've been talking about, these releases are just going to start coming and coming. So,
Let me just add that Pedro Pascal will be also in the HBO, in the Last of Us, the TV show. That will be quite popular. If Hot Toys get the license for that, if they will go to release more from the Mando, I think they would release that sooner, because if they want to do those pieces from the Last of Us with Pedro Pascal at sculpt,
I'd be very happy.
They will not. They will not release two figures of him in the same time. So they probably would release this one sooner, and then maybe focus on that one from the HBO. I think they will grab that license. That's a high seller. That's a high seller.
That's a good point, Aries.
Yeah.
What are the chances that we're gonna see? I would love to see Mayfield, like with the transport trooper outfit. Now we spoke about this before, right? If they do that, if they give us a head sculpt, like in this case Din Djarin, so I don't think this is gonna be compatible with a transport trooper. They need to make something that because people will say, you know what, I'd rather wait for my Din Djarin's Mandalorian with the head sculpt, and then just swap the head with the transport trooper. But what are the chances that we're gonna see? I mean, I'm not saying this year because I don't think so, but what are the chances to see this particular version of Din Djarin as the transport trooper?
I actually think, in my opinion, in my view anyway, I think you're going to get this certainly by next year, if not this year. And one of the reasons is you see how many Iron Mans are out there, and all respect to Iron Man, Mandalorian is probably the most popular character besides Grogu that's out there in the universe right now. And what you could do is you can use the same head sculpt. You can change the hair a little bit. It can be kind of messed up like this. And if it's a different head sculpt, even just a little bit, it's kind of like you got Boba in the throne. And you got to remember, you also have Boba, the 2-pack out. and you're probably going to have multiple Boba Fett's with that Tamora Morrison head sculpt that are out. As long as it's slightly different, they already got the mold. Again, look, they came out with Vaughn this morning. They came out with Jesse this morning. And they're going to reuse that Tamora Morrison head sculpt over and over and over again. They're not going to wait, in my view, a year, 2 years to space these out. This is The Mandalorian. So I absolutely think this is coming quick and fast in a hurry. I think you're going to get multiple Pedro Pascal head sculpts with different hair pieces and whatnot. Is it possible you can get this in a 2-pack? Now, while it would seem a little bit weird, I would actually love this 2-pack with Bill Burr. That whole scene, you know, as Desi was saying, his favorite episode, it's one of my favorite episodes of The Mandalorian Season 2. You know, that was great to put that in a 2-pack. I'd love to just open it up and smell it, baby. Are you kidding me? Both of them with that, and you got the head sculpts in there. I'd buy that all day long. And look,
I know.
They're not.
Right?
And here's the kicker.
It.
Yeah, here's a kicker with this, guys.
This is squishy.
This does not affect. Don't think for 1 minute that if they came out with this figure, that this reduces the sales of the chrome-plated Mandalorian. It does not. The chrome-plated Mandalorian is a chrome-plated Mandalorian. That's the big enchilada. That's the thing. They're gonna. If they. The question is, can they sell 3,000 of this? The answer is yes. So they're gonna come out with it.
Yeah, Anthony, what are your thoughts?
Well, honestly, Single Songwriter just kind of blew my mind right there because, yeah, you know, I forget about that because I have Luke and Han in Stormtrooper disguise, right? I just don't I don't make the connection right now because it's so fresh. And then I think of Star Wars and I go, oh my God, it's like 30, 40 years of, you know, so I'm like, of course they'll bring in like, you know, these oddballs and that, you know, Mando's fairly new in the line. So I don't, you know, it's just not computing in my brain that they would do that. But that's a great point. They could, but that could be like down the road. Like I still think they're going to do a Mayfield like with his guns and everything first. And, you know, and then maybe they'll do that, you know, because that's what we'll do, right? We'll put the heads on transport troopers, and then, you know, a year or two from now, they're going to be like, boom, here's the transport trooper disguise versions, you know, or Toy Fair exclusive or something. And, you know, I just don't know if they do it right away, you know what I mean? But those would sell 100%, like, you know.
I don't know if they'd allow a 2-pack of 2 different actors on the same sale, though. I think that actually is a contractual thing typically with actors and actresses that if there's a product made of you, it's not to be sold as a combo piece. I mean, maybe you can name, but I can't think of the last time any product in any line anywhere where
Nightmare Batman,
Darksuit Superman.
Hush.
Just saying, man.
Besides that one. Besides that one.
Other than that.
You spoke.
Other than that. Damn it.
Anyways.
Yeah,
please.
Fatality.
You were saying.
Finish him.
But you're right, though. There is a lot of that, though, because there is likenesses with actors and contracts, and they'd be like, hey, that could be taken away from me if I was a single, you know, figure versus, you know, what if you're paired with someone that, you know, you don't think is that cool or whatever, it's not going to sell as much, and they'd say, I would have had more sales if I was a standalone figure. There's like there's stuff like that in the background.
Jay.
Did you just say Jawa and Gonk Droid?
That Gonk Droid.
Derek,
he's picky for his race.
It's rising, baby.
Well, he's talking about like actors, though.
I'm talking
That's what we're
about,
talking
yeah.
about, like actual actors. You know,
That is funny.
Oh my God, Troy.
But I'm actually trying to think like how. And Anthony, you brought up a good point. That Stormtrooper set with Han and Luke. Did they sell? Did they were Toy Fair exclusives? But were they in the same year or were they separate years?
I can check my bot. Well, we can look online, but I think they were either the same year or it was like back to back.
I think they were the same year, 2015.
Yeah,
and they were singles though. They weren't a 2-pack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
we can see them both. I can see them both being Toy Fair exclusives and just releasing them both. And they know the people are going to eat them up because you can't buy one with the other. But for the weird person that's like, okay, I'm just all in the Mandalorian. I just want Pedro Pascal as the tank.
Right.
they would get that. But then if you already had the tank trooper or you did a mod or something like that, you can go get your Bill Burr version. So, or you're going to get them both like everybody on this panel
Exactly.
would do. So
I
mean, it's really trapping people in. That's what they've been. I mean, that's what they've been doing with the clones. That's what they're doing. They're trapping us in to army building and everything, which is good business for them and great for us as collectors. So
it's a trap.
It's a trap.
So, Fabio, Din Djarin like this or no? This year, next year, is it gonna happen ever?
Well, of course it's happening, but what I think is, I think what they might do with the two different heads is, like you guys were talking about, you change the head sculpt a little bit, and remember that, an easy fix, an easy change, at least for a head, is having the eyes looking one way and then for the other head looking the other way, and that's an easy, and it's not a reissue because it's a completely different head, so they could do it, that way as well.
They did that with the Throne Boba, I believe, right, Dante? The Throne Boba and the 2-pack. It's like the same, but they're looking different directions.
Different directions, yeah. Desi, you have the last word for Din Djarin.
Yeah, Anthony already mentioned it. I was going to say, look, they have Han and Luke in Stormtrooper disguise, so why wouldn't they release this? I think it's going to be. I'd like to have Mayfield from that first season kind of look, but I don't think we're going to get that for both Mayfield and Pedro Pascal. I think eventually it's going to be either some kind of exclusive or something, and they're just going to re-release the Transport Trooper with the head, a Pedro Pascal head or even a Mayfield head. That's what I think. But either way,
be good. Yeah, and we have 130 people watching, and I can't believe we have so many people still watching. But thank you. Please hit the like button, subscribe to everyone's channel here, and yeah, just make sure you subscribe, you like, comment, share, and share. Subscribe and subscribe.
Sharon is Karen.
Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
And drink.
Yeah, and drink. Absolutely. You need to have a lot of drinks. A lot of drinks. So we got one release this week, and this is just we're gonna wrap this up. We're already 2 hours in it. So we got only one release this week. Which was a figure that I know a lot of people were very happy to see. And obviously I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, I knew it was coming because it had to happen. This is one of the. I'm actually looking for it right now. This is.
I was expecting IT, man.
Yes. That one.
It, not IT. It.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But I'll comment on that later. I'm gonna show you this. Let me see if I can just share this real quick. So we got the final, release. Finally, it was about time. This guy here, the Cyborg Spider-Man, was finally released. And I'm just gonna go quick in the panel here. Brother Cousins.
I'm glad this came out for all the people that's waiting on it. It's a unique Spider-Man. It's not my cup of tea. Aries, I was watching your show earlier this week, and you kind of said something that made a lot of sense. It's like I was thinking about, like, you know what? I should get it because it's a figure that's probably gonna be worth a lot. You're never gonna really see a Spider-Man like this again. So I could see it being worth a lot of money down the line. So I was thinking, like, maybe I should go and pull the trigger on it. And then I watched your show, watched Aries' show this week, and I was like, you know what? You're 100% right. I don't need it. I don't want to be pulled into something just because I'm thinking it's going to be worth some money and stuff. If it's not my cup of tea, it's okay for me to pass on it. So, yeah, I think, I'm definitely passing on it, but it does look good. And I'm so glad that they finally released it. I don't think we've ever got a Toy Fair exclusive this late, so I don't know what the deal with it was, but yeah, it's a pass for me. But I'm glad that it's out.
Well, when you regret it, I'll have it for
you. Touche.
Oh god! So we have $2 euros. Thank you, my friend. I said $2 euros. 2 euros.
It's time to go to sleep.
I know. Please talk about Von, guys. It is important. We actually spoke about the Van figure earlier. But yeah, we're gonna go final thoughts on that one real quick. Eris, you mentioned this in your show. I mean, I'm gonna be very honest with you. The figure looks nice. It's a very good looking figure, but it is. I'm not a fan of the game. I haven't played the game. My son did. I haven't. So, could this be an investment opportunity if if you're looking to invest your money somewhere?
So many of these hot toys can be, and what I was mentioning in the show was that so many people always ask for advice and how they approach these things. You could kind of get sucked into that if you don't, like brother Cousins and myself too. If it's a figure like this where it's like, oh, this is super cool, but it's not really deep in my heart. Even if it's like there's a lot of Star Wars releases, not deep in my heart. Oh, you got to get it's a Star Wars release, or hey, it's going to be worth a lot because they're not making a whole lot of that. Yeah, and then I can get it for that, but then it puts pressure on me where it's not in my budget. But look, it'll be worth $200 or $300 more than what I could sell it, but then I got to pack it up, and then I got to deal with somebody saying, oh, there's a scratch here or something like that, or pay. So, you got to calculate all that stuff in, but not to belabor your show with that. I will say this. There's 17 Spider-Mans on the primary market, not the secondary market, in stock or on pre-order and in Sideshow. At how many Lukes, at how many Mandalorians have we been talking about? Just saying, 17 of these. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it does, Fabio. I know for a fact you're gonna get a lot of this. So when it's sold out, should we reach out? What's your contact information?
I think that if they would have made this, somebody in my group posted this, that I thought when it was announced that the arm was going to be die-cast, and it's not. But I feel like they should have made it die-cast, and I think that would have made the figure that much more valuable than it is right now.
I agree. Third party?
I'm seeing this in a collection of someone that focus on Spider-Man. It's I think looks good, but it's like I will not get it because I don't go in this line too much, and but looks good. I think this is the advanced suit, just with some minor modifications on it. I think this is the advanced suit that they released before. But besides that, I recommend all of you to go to listen the last show from Aries. He got there some very wise, reflection about what you should get and what you should focus on. Really good words. I listened that already 2 times because sometimes, as a collectors, we really need to stop and think. What's our focus and what do we want for our collection? We all do mistakes, right? I also did many mistakes before. But for example, this Spider-Man, I will not get it because it doesn't fit in my collection. Maybe it will be worth 500 after 1 year, but doesn't fit, doesn't come. But it's a pass for me, but I'm sure for Spider-Man fans will be a good figure.
Right. I know we all make mistakes. Fabio make like 100+ mistakes. But anyway, Desi, are you gonna make a mistake of buying this? Because honestly, it does look very nice. But I agree. I agree with what third party said and what Ari said. It's a really good point.
I don't even want to phrase it like that because I don't think it's a mistake. I agree. If you're
Absolutely not.
If you're collecting Spider-Man, this is awesome. And I know it's got the video game license, but it's from like a 1992 comic book cover by Eric Larson. So this is an awesome Eric Larson design. I know it's very 90s, but that's exactly what it is. It's really cool.
Desi, I'm not saying that buying this is a mistake. I'm
saying no, I wasn't. I don't.
Generally.
I was just making a joke about the buying stuff just for buying without thinking, because that happens to everyone. Happened to me. I mean, I was in the hole. I know we said it before. I was in the hole when I started collecting because I was just buying just because of the hype. People were buying figures and I was buying it. So that was a huge mistake. But as you said it, you learn from it and then you manage yourself in a better way. This is more for new collectors we are more seasoned. I mean, we've been collecting for quite some time, so we know the in and outs, kind of still learning because the market is always changing. But for new collectors, when they see collectors having so many figures, they get into the hype. of trying to match that, trying to get as many so they can kind of be at the same level of other collectors. But sometimes you buy for buying, because you really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense.
Mhm.
If you love Star Wars, right, and you buy everything Marvel, chances are that you're going to be in the hole, and chances are you're going to be selling that Marvel figures back, and probably losing money if you bought the wrong figures in terms of overstock figures, right? So those are the things that uh, um, is important to note. But yeah, Desi, go ahead. I think I cut you on your point. Sorry.
No, I was just to say that I didn't think that it was a negative connotation. I just I didn't even like to use that word when I'm referencing it because it makes it sound bad, and to me, but not that anybody's looking at it from a negative perspective because
Right,
I'm
right.
not getting this guy. It's just because I'm focusing on Star Wars, right?
Mhm.
But and if I did get him, yeah, you're right, Dante. I would probably end up selling him only because I need to make space for Star Wars in the future, right?
That's
So,
true.
but I was just pointing out that I think this is a great, cool design for a figure and a character. It's just very 90s. So, yeah.
Yeah. So easy.
This
Fire
figure,
pass.
that's funny. This is where people are like, "Oh, every time something non-Star Wars comes up, you just find hate in it," which I kind of do. But, but
Let it flow through you.
but this is where I come in as my very hard criticism and biasness. It gets you because it has a classic. I think this is called the classic suit in the video game. This is just simply called the classic suit.
Yeah, this is a regular suit.
Yeah, and yeah, it looks cool. It's great, fine and dandy until you pose it, or until you just leave it posed in a certain it starts creasing. The suit sticks to itself, and I had it done with my personal Spider-Man, and I just stopped collecting these specifically, and I was so happy these came out, and then I was so sad it just screwed up because when I had mine posed, the suit stuck to itself. It wasn't a hard pose. It just stuck to itself that when I peeled it away, it left tiny pinholes at where it never let go because and it's in a well regulated temperature environment, and I was like, so this I just can't. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just on a quality level. It's not longevity wise unless you leave it in a strictly museum pose. These figures are good. But if you don't care about what they, how long they last or whatever, I mean, do whatever you want. But to me, it's all about that quality and longevity. And if I'm scared to pose this guy or put a crease in his knee or something like that, I mean, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to say, I'm not collecting this. I'm not going to put this in my collection because I can't have fun with it in my own way.
And
The
that's
truth
it.
to be said, this is the only there's only one Hot Toys that Spider-Man that you can pose is the homemade suit.
Yeah.
All the other ones, you can only have
Scarlet
on
Spider,
museum
actually,
pose.
Scarlet Spider.
Scarlet Spider.
one of
I
the-
got all mine posed crazy. They're fine. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, I mean, you can pose them. They're posable.
You can
But
pose.
the fact of leaving over
Yeah, but I mean,
time-
my
but
suits are
there's no
fine.
reason.
Like I've put
Scarlet
them
Spider
back
was the
out, and
one
haven't
that
had any
was
issues.
good. Scarlet Spider was good. I mean, why can't you innovate on that, Hot Toys? Why can't you, bring that out? That will look just as good implemented into this. So why can't you print that suit onto, that? And the Scarlet Spider suit is just simply amazing. It withstands everything.
Yeah,
And I
and I think that again, I don't own many Spider-Man figures. I did reviews of a few. I think I only have the upgraded suit. I have the homemade and the Nine Monkey. That's all I have. Because it's just because I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, so that's the reason why I don't have all of them. But yeah, I can see an issue. Like I would love to display my upgraded suit like a super crazy dynamic pose, but over time, I mean, not now because it's technically still. I mean, that figure was released like what, a year ago, less than a year ago, the upgraded suit. So obviously you would not see a lot of changes in the suit because it's still. I'm talking about if you keep this figure 5 years same pose. I mean, chances are something is going to happen, right? Same thing with the seamless joints, seamless bodies, right? If you keep the arm bent it for like 2 years, when you try to put it back, it's probably gonna be it's gonna have a crack in the middle. I'm not saying it's gonna, but it's a possibility, right? Because of the materials. Because remember, when Hot Toys does the bodies, those are not like Fisons, for example, right? That they're more. I'm not gonna say super high quality, but better quality bodies, right? Compared to the actual Hot Toys bodies, So this, there's some stuff there that is not 100% yet. Sometimes the suits are better than others. Look what happened with Grogu, for example, right? With the issue with the double chin, right?
Yeah.
So those little things. That's basically the I guess the conversation. And
Yeah.
Anthony, I know you're a Spider-Man fan. I'm sorry, I think I bypassed Josh, but I'll go back to you, Josh. Don't worry. Anthony, I know that you love Spider-Man, so I'm assuming this guy is
Yo, dude,
is gonna
yeah, of course. Look, man. All right, so here's the thing, man. I remember this is when I was like 11 or 12 years old, man. So, like, for those that don't know, there was this whole like mini arc of this like Revenge of the Sinister Six type deal, and like Mysterio basically cast this illusion and made Peter like appear as Doc Ock. And this, I forgot the guy's name. There was some bounty hunter, and he beat the shit out of Spider-Man. And Spider-Man woke up, and he had all this cyborg shit on him, just like that.
Oh, really?
And then he ended up teaming up with Deathlock. I don't know if you guys remember that guy, that cyborg Deathlock. And then, dude, it was cool, man. So, like, and I know I hadn't played. Is this from the Miles, or is this from the PS5 one? Because I haven't played the PS5.
I think that's PS5, the original.
Okay, so it's an exclusive to the PS5. Because I don't think I have that on my PS4. But as soon as I saw this announced as a figure, dude, yeah, that screams 90s, bro. You know, the pouches, just the cool design like that. Yeah, 100%, man. I am more excited about that figure than like probably only any other Marvel figure like going on right now. I'm actually surprised it hasn't come out sooner. I thought it was going to pop out like earlier, like with the armor or something. You know what I mean? Like around that time and
right.
Heaps, man. So yeah, I'm getting them for sure, 100%.
Josh, how many do you have left of this?
None. It was a Toy Fair exclusive.
I know. I was just dissing you.
Jerk.
So why? Okay, let me ask you this question. Well, if it's Sasha exclusive, it's Sasha exclusive. Period. Right.
Right.
They will have it no matter what.
Correct.
Oh, I see. All right, so we're gonna call it for the day. So before I do that, I'm gonna go with Anthony. What's going on in the channel? What's new there?
Hey, what's going on? Not a whole lot. I got a couple reviews on the way. I was battling that food poisoning too, man. That sucked. Always wash your vegetables.
Oh God.
Yo, that's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, but yeah, rocking that and doing our streams. I'm not sure what days yet. I'm just still trying to maybe still do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then we'll do a couple giveaways at like 750 and at 1,000. And that's it, man. Instagram, same name. We got our Facebook group too if you guys want to check it out. And that's about it, guys.
Okay, man. Thanks for showing up tonight, Mr. Josh from Comic Concepts. What's going on your store? What do we have? Are we gonna get a 50% discount code for watching this show or what?
Absolutely not. No one will be getting any discount codes. However, as many of you already know, I do my best to be the absolute best deal all in the North American region for Hot Toys, statues, figures in general, art prints. I encourage you guys to follow the page for any new releases. We're pretty day one. You'll find out if it's not from someone else. And the community page, I've started doing. Obviously, I encourage my collectors to post any and all figures you get from us. I really like seeing what you guys get and inspiring other collectors. But I've started this little beneficial thing where if you are in the community page, I will let community members know first of any restocks or secret stocks coming in. Nice. For example, we restocked a few long sold out pieces from like Prime 1 and Sideshow and never announced it publicly. You just kind of put it up on the site in a little hidden sector and let everyone in the community know. And most of those sold out like day one and they all went to community people, which is awesome. So
nice.
Super trying to make sure those that support us are being highly rewarded.
Okay, so maybe 49.9% discount?
No.
I'm trying, guys. Joao, third party. Thank you, my friend. First time you in the show. Thank you so much for joining us. What's going on in the channel?
Thank you for having me here, Dante, and with all this great panel. It was a blast here. It's third party. I will have some new figures to review next week, and I will also do a review of the Queen Studios, because there was something happened with the Queen Studios. The Joker mask, they did a bank robber mask, the 1-to-1 scale. They did this mask. Here in China, everyone said this mask is the same we can buy online for $30. We don't want this. Queen Studios reached to us, the Chinese collectors, and said, we are doing a new one. Do you want a new one for free, or do you want a full refund for the one you paid? You can keep the one you have. We give you a full refund, or we'll give you an updated one. I choose an updated one. But they didn't do this to the overseas market. They only did this to China market. So I have my new mask arriving after 2 days, just to show off, to compare what is the difference of the two masks. But I don't know why they didn't do this to the other thousands of collectors overseas that paid almost $200 for this mask.
Well, in the U.S., I don't think they even have any distributors in the U.S. as of yet. So I don't know how they would dish them out.
Yeah.
That would probably be the big issue. Queen Studios is awesome, though. They're an awesome company.
Yes,
I like how they work.
Which other company will offer you a full refund and you keep the product, or a new replacement and you still keep the product you have?
Well, I contacted Infinity Studios because I broke I mean, it came broken. No, I completely.
I'm gonna tell them.
No, I completely.
I know what you did.
I know what you did last summer.
Just stop. I told him. I said I broke this piece, which is a part of his gauntlet, and I broke.
He was abusing Batman. That's what happened.
A little bit too hard. But I broke a couple pieces on them. I was like, "Can you help me out?" I'm like, "I'll pay for the extra part or whatever." And they said, we're just going to ship it to you for free when our next batch goes out. Oh, wow. And I was like, okay.
Oh, so they didn't give you $10?
No, but I had to admit it. I was like, I broke it. I mean,
Infinity is amazing because we'll do the same thing, because they'll make a supply of parts to just preemptively to make sure, and it's kind of incorporated in the profit they're making. They expect breaks to happen
because it's when you look at pieces like this and you break it, it's devastating. Unlike a Hot Toys peg, you're like, oh crap, I'll buy a new one off of eBay, whatever. You just whatever it. This, when you break it, you literally like lose $500 off the piece.
Yep.
Like just because it has a little chip in it or a piece is missing or something like that, the whole statue is just, people just don't even look at you anymore, and you're shunned by the whole community. It's bad.
Since you're there already talking what's going on in It's Company Collectibles?
As I'm talking about statues, I'm just waiting on statues to arrive. Waiting on a lot of stuff. So statues, I'm moving into statues. I'm kind of clearing out a lot of figures. A lot of people want updates on the collection tour, but I'm not doing it because I'm always working on it, and I'm clearing out a lot.
Oh, I know someone who's always working on the same thing.
Yeah, Are you getting the Twitter head Catwoman?
A Twitter head Catwoman? No. I'm sticking with Prime 1, Infinity, and Queen. Those are my 3 top tier statue companies. And I got a lot of stuff from Prime 1. I ordered the Infinity Studios Joker from Josh already, from the lovely family. And that thing cost $4,000, but it's one of those must-haves.
Thanks for your business, bro.
Man, just kind of a
discount.
I know we're wrapping up, man, and we didn't talk about it because it's not really a thing to talk about. But what about that Predator bust, man?
Okay.
That Prime 1. Like, I'm thinking about getting that. Like, I don't pick up statues
I can absolutely
or nothing.
get it for you.
Dude, all right. Well, we may
Josh
do that.
Well, since I introduced you to Josh, you need to give me some commission. Excuse me.
I'm waiting on my Prime 1 Jungle Hunter, which when he's perched up, it's a 1/4. That thing is awesome, but being held up at the docks or something.
So that's the thing.
Can you imagine if Queen Studios get Star Wars license and they start to do Star Wars?
That's what I'm waiting for. I still want my my Vader with removable helmet, not the sideshow one. I want a Queen Studios version of that.
Yeah.
That'd be
Once they
amazing.
get in the game, once statues for like Prime 1, even my Hot Toys will just be blown out. I mean, I'm in love with statues.
Prime 1, I mean, once you get your first piece, and that's why I picked up the contracts with Prime 1. They just make insane pieces. You get your first piece, it's done. It's the rest of the collection. And on top of that, I mean, Easy, I was talking to you because the same thing happened to me. Like, I got my Evangelion Unit 1 by Prime 1. It's like a $1,500 piece. And the base had a little chip in it, and the fingers just kind of exploded when the body set in.
You fake broke it?
They took. I did not break it. They took the whole piece back. They're sending me a new one.
the box, and all
Wow.
right.
There's no destruction. There's nothing. And I had it happen again with our red Sonias. We had like 6 of them come in broken. Prime 1 allowed us to replace them all for free for our customers.
And that's where it comes into buying from like places like Common Concepts. Other places that's not backed, you're kind of on your own on a $1,500 piece.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the good thing is, like, you know, Josh is Comic Concept, so if you have a question, he will answer. And his 3,000 employees that works in customer service.
There's so many of us.
I know. There's so many. They're clones. What's going on in the Metamorphic Customs?
Same as always, dioramas. I just posted before we started the stream. I posted a out of all things a little Beetlejuice house. Somebody
I want to show. Can you show that, Dante?
Yeah, I think it was for Toy Box. I think he was in the chat.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was interesting. It's something, you know, that I don't normally get to do, so it was kind of cool to make a small miniature diorama house. There it is.
Wow,
that is cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's sick.
Yeah,
it looks even better in focus, but you get the idea. That's a lot to do. That's a lot to do.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's cool to make. For sure.
Desi does a really nice diorama. So definitely check him out if you're looking for Star Wars, Marvel, DC. I don't know, Pokemon, Dragon Ball, whatever. You know, he can do it. You know, let's go with Brother Cousins. What's going on your channel, my friend?
Oh man, nothing much. I'm still working on a couple of things. I got this video. I'm looking at my screen right now because I'm trying to. I've been going back and forth on the title, but it's a video about how to obtain Hot Toys grails responsibly. So yeah,
that's your title.
That's going to be an interesting video. I'm almost done with that. So yeah, and then
so you basically find the collector, you invite him drinks, you put some pills, he dies, you get the figure. That's responsible because hey,
that's how it goes.
Things happens, you know.
Yep.
That's a good for people. That's a good advice. I mean, I'm gonna watch the show. That's a good advice for new collectors that they want to get into the game and start buying all the girl figures.
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to see that. My friend Iris, what's going on in the cantina?
Thank you for having me, my friend. Always a pleasure. Pleasure with everybody here today. Nice meeting some new faces. Joel, third-party reviews. Great being here, meeting you. Appreciate the call out, you, Brother Cousins, Dante, on my show this week. So appreciate that. All of you who comment on there. I will be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern for Saturday Night Live. So that's what's going on in the cantina. Other than that, we're just brewing a lot of coffee. That's it.
Brewing coffee. And last but certainly not least, Fabio has some breaking news to share.
Breaking news!
Uh-oh.
No, so can you not put me fucking anyway? My collection tour part 1 is up on my channel finally. Part 2 is ready.
Please, everyone clap, please.
Hey, give him
Golf clap. It's not quite done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's halfway.
No, I know. It was good. It was good.
So what's up?
Can you not put me on the fucking
Right.
So I said my my collection tour video is up right now. Part 1, part 2 is already recorded. Got to put it together, and then part 3 is coming after that. So check it out, please, if you guys would like to. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, the editing and the thumbnail and the quality is amazing. So it's really good job, my friend.
Yeah,
Especially that thumbnail.
just so you guys know, I don't mess with YouTube at all. He did everything. I recorded the videos. He put it together. He posted it for me. Because without him, I would have absolutely nothing right now.
Say thank you, Daddy.
Oh,
Well, it's actually $50, but it's fine. We could talk about the payment later.
he got his payment.
No, I know, right? So, and I changed your password for your email too.
Oh yeah.
That's man. If you know the password, you're gonna laugh. But anyway, I cannot say that publicly. But I want to say thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Yes, we had a lot of people today, so I just wanted to make it a little different. And sorry for the incident earlier with the very nice people who did that. But what's going on my channel? We're gonna have the What's Next show. I was supposed to be tomorrow morning 9 a.m., but I'm too tired to record it, so probably it's gonna be Sunday. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna have Unfiltered next week. So Aries, Fabio, and Easy are invited as always for the Unfiltered. And the next week we're gonna be on Aries' channel as well. And if we have any figures to review, you'll see it on the channel. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night. And as always, be well and see you around in the next video.